Champagne wishes and caviar.
Well,
dreams.
hello, my friends, and welcome to Tales of the Dark Side, episode
Champagne wishes
31.
and caviar
Well,
dreams.
hello, my friends, and welcome
We are
to
at
Tales of the Dark
episode
31. Tonight,
Yes,
if you're here, if you saw the thumbnail, this is spoilers. We are heavily deep dive spoiling, Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, with that said, let me introduce everybody tonight. Desi, my man, Metamorph Customs. Were you that way? No?
Yes.
You're that
Wait.
way.
Yeah.
They're right here.
There we go.
It's been a minute. What's going on, brother? Glad
Hey, man.
you were here.
Yeah, glad to be here. Thanks for the invite. Can't wait to talk about this show. I think there's lots to talk about, so just looking forward to it, man.
Lots to talk about. I'm just going to go clockwise. Local Lou, what is going on, dude?
What's poppin', people? You already know what it is. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe, hit that like button on your way in. It's about to be another one. You already know what to do.
That's true. And last but not least, Brother Cousins, my man, what's up, dude?
What's up, brother? Once again, thank you for having me tonight, man. It's been great, man. We got a lot to talk about. It's been one hell of a week.
It's been a lot of stuff, you know.
A lot of stuff to watch and everything. I'm knee deep in Stranger Things right now, and Obi-Wan is great, and I'm waiting for the next episode. So let's get it. Let's do it,
dude. Yeah, I would say so, my friend. I think we're good. There. Let's see who's all with us this evening. Kind of going backwards, upward. Blackbird Tech in the house. Look at this panel. Let's go. Hell yeah. Cuervo in the house as well. So who got Celebration Hot Toys exclusive? Got me a set. I think we all did, my friend. William in the house as well says, overall, Obi-Wan Kenobi was incredible. The little Leia Organa outrunning adults was not believable. Yeah, so pretty dang cool. Bruce Thompson as well. So many figures. I know, right? AJ, what is going on? Hey, AJ, is it your birthday today? I think it is.
Oh,
I think
happy
it is.
birthday.
So happy birthday, my friend.
Birthday party
Happy
weekend.
Yes, my friend.
Cheers.
That is right. Dokinator also in the house. What is up, my dude? What's going on? Jason's Trek as well. We've got Hold My Balls. Yo, boys, what is going on? Ash Chase also in the building. What is going on? Ash Oilers Workshop. We got lots of folks in here as well. I am liking it so far, too. River Actress style's a bit much in some scenes. That's really only my complaint thus far. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about all this. I can't forget Lane Kramer, bro. He was here already like 2 days ago, so he was first up on the top. He said evening to all, if he's here. If not, what is going on? And Negan Army as well, and everybody else who is slowly pouring in. I want to let you guys know that, hit me up, brother, because I was actually going to say that, Riley. You want to just send it my way? Or do you want to come on? You let me know either way, because I was going to let you guys know. So we're going to break down episode 1 and we're going to break down episode 2. And I'm talking, we're going to break it down scene by scene. So I hope you guys are ready for that. With that said, in between, I right now have 3 codes unused that I'm just going to give away throughout the stream. If Riley has a couple more he wants to throw in, great, but I have at least 3 codes right now that I will give away here in the chat. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I should just type it in chat and whoever can get to it gets to it, and because it kind of works, right? Like it works, I think, multiple times. So maybe we'll go ahead and do that. I don't know, but I got you guys. These codes I think can be used a few times. I don't suspect we're going to have a ton of people in here tonight. That was one of my concerns. I don't think we're going to be hitting, 150, 200 people in here, because I don't know how many people watched Obi-Wan, but it's been such a, the hype, and then with Celebration, it was just like, yo, we gotta do this, right? We just gotta talk about it. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We've been talking so much about Star Wars all week, all of us, that, do we need to talk more about it? There's so much at Celebration we've gone through. It's pretty awesome. hopefully tomorrow night, Hot Toys will drop some actual announcements officially.
Yes.
So, yeah. I mean, with that said, a brief synopsis. Again, guys, spoiler alert, the whole time, it's nothing but Obi-Wan. So, with that, let me pull up. Got some stuff here.
Let's go.
Okay, so. But before we start,
We got a soupy.
I believe we have a soupy, as Brother Cousins eloquently put it here.
Hey.
I believe it's coming through on my end. Let me take a look here.
I see a soupy.
You guys see a soupy?
Soupy is there.
Soupy.
I think I see a soupy too. All right. Riley had just messaged me as well. I just wanted to double check. Booyah. Eddie Rodriguez, $10 super chat. Thank you so much, my man. I just watched it. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much, my friend. Just watched it. So you're like fresh out. Lou, it's rank, by the way. Credits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rank. Oh yeah. Change it up to rank because everybody has ranks in the chat. You guys will be building up your credits that we're going to be using for giveaways and stuff like that. I have mini games, all this cool stuff in the chat, but that's for channel members. But if you're here watching, you'll just build credits over time anyway. So Riley messaged me, but I guess I'll wait for him to get back.
Ooh.
So
Let's go.
actually, should we just do one now?
Let's do
go.
it.
We should.
Let's
Let's do it.
one now.
Drop it. Yep.
Let's just do one
I'm
now.
ready.
We don't have a lot.
I'm
We
ready.
don't have a lot of people in the chat, so we're gonna do one right now before we start. Okay. So if you guys are ready, I'm gonna type this. You guys ready? Be ready.
I'm ready, baby. Let's go. They got me as a youngling, but they didn't say if I was a Jedi or Sith yet.
That's right. Okay, guys. I'm putting a code in the chat right now. I'm gonna put it up on screen for you. Go get your exclusives right now. There's a code right here. I know there's not many in here right now. There's 36 people in the chat.
I got
Please
it. No.
go do it right now. I'll give you guys a minute or two to utilize this code before we start.
And you
See
can
if
get
guys
one
can
of
get
each
this.
figure with this one code, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
well, I don't know how the codes work because sometimes like they worked a bunch.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go.
So we're putting it in the chat right now. It's here on screen. You guys let me know. If it works. Now you all got one, right? Desi, you got one. Lou finally got one. I know Jay got one. You guys just got one of each so far, or did you just pick?
I
just
got
picked
two.
one.
I got two Death Troopers.
Lucky
Okay.
bastard.
I got
Two Death Troopers.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I got one of each.
And one of each.
Thinking
Okay,
about-
I got
thinking
one of
about
each
going-
as well.
Think about going back and getting two because that code. I think I still can use that code to get two Chrome Troopers. So I may just go ahead and do it. Might as well.
That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to go see if I can do it right now, Papa.
I mean, you
Vamos
can.
ver.
That code's here in the chat. I'm going to give you guys about one more minute before we get into it. I still have a couple more codes that you can use that we'll give away here in a little while during the stream. But I figured I'd start with this one. Can I share this? I'm going to share this. Copy link. It's for the Chrome Pennywise. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
That is
Yeah,
funny.
for your sideshow exclusives. So we're just putting that out right now.
Chrome.
It works.
Um,
It's not working for your brother. Sorry. I'm not one of the lucky ones. It's okay. Can't be greedy.
All right. Well, Riley Reviews has 4 codes to give away. I still have 2 more. So we
All
got
right.
it working.
All right.
We got this going, guys. We got this going. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Oilers Workshop. Got it. It worked. All right, my man.
you go.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
If anybody
Awesome,
else can
man.
get it, that's badass. So we're just starting it out that way.
Yeah.
Terminator, I pick up
They-
yeah, Chrome
they
Pennywise
subtract
hands down.
Chrome- Don't worry, Jason's track. I'm getting them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna bring this up, and we'll do some more a bit later. So, literally, scene for scene here, got a slideshow going. Kind of cool. We got the recap, right?
That was awesome. I was like cheering for the recap. That was just a good way to bring us back into this, into the prequels and just getting us ready for the show. I thought that was a real good touch.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, especially for people who, God forbid, haven't seen the prequels and then they started to watch this show.
Right.
Well, even for us, if we haven't watched them in a while, right? It was a nice touch. I agree. What you think so too, Desi?
Yeah, I mean, you have to remember this is for the casuals too, for lack of a better word. There's people that are like, maybe saw the prequels, 20 some years ago, right. or haven't seen them at all, and they're just like, oh, everybody's watching this Obi-Wan show, I guess I'll watch it too. And this is vital information, this recap. Right. So, but not only that, like people were.
I forgot there were Coruscant guards in Revenge.
I was like, oh shit, that's right. Yeah, people were tearing up at the recap. I heard, just like watching the recap, non-casuals. So it was good. It was good seeing that.
Yeah, it was good. It was definitely good. I mean, this is at least 20 something years. I mean, obviously, Attack of the Clones is 20th anniversary. Mm-hmm. So 23 years, 22 years since Phantom Menace. I forget, but yeah, over 20 years now.
Yep,
it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Yeah. Okay, guys. Blackbird Tech didn't get it in time. We will have more. So here we go. Right at the beginning, I suspect immediately that was Reva, right here.
Yeah.
Just a hunch. I did kind of really like this scene. What do you guys think about this? This whole Order 66, this different perspective.
I thought it was dope. I thought it was well done. And a good way to start off the show. The pacing right there was like, okay, we're back into Star Wars. We're back in to that, to that whole prequel feel. And like you said, this different perspective of it. Good storytelling. I was digging it.
It's awesome.
I was digging it as well.
Yeah,
of course, Tatooine, right?
We were wondering.
Why are we not getting Jawas? We had Jawas in Mando. We had Jawas in Boba Fett. We're having Jawas.
We will.
You think? You would think.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
I think so, maybe. These Inquisitors were pretty badass looking, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, except Reva, I don't understand why she's so plain. Honestly, I kind of thought maybe, all the other stuff was really cool, man. Thank you, Mars, for the subscription, man. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, because these guys all look really cool.
They're all exotic.
Like, yeah, they're exotic. They look like
yeah.
Sith, like something,
It would have been tight to have some type of a cowl or some type of some sort. I get what you're saying for the not just that would have been cool.
Or even war paint.
Yeah.
Anything,
something,
simple,
right?
Nothing exaggerated, just
tattoos,
something.
Scars, something.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you guys think of this scene right here with the Grand Inquisitor? I liked his speech. I thought it was very Sith-like and just methodical, and he's using, voice more than, actions.
You know what vibes I got from that scene? Roger Rabbit with the shave and a haircut.
Yeah. Christopher Lloyd.
Yes, brother.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Shave and a haircut. They couldn't resist and come out too big. Like that's exactly what happened just with the Force. I like Roger Rabbit vibes all day.
I agree. I agree. But I really liked this scene. I thought that's what you like to see, or at least for me, right? Yeah. I like to see an enemy with dialogue rather than brute force sometimes, right?
Well, not just that. The thing that really got me with this scene right here was how well it was shot. It looked way, and I'm not trying to, I don't want to talk about. I think everybody didn't kick dirt on Book of Boba Fett a lot, but you could just see like the quality, the production value in that. I know they're doing this on the volume and all that as well, but the scope of this show just looks so much bigger and so cinematic, and it really kind of you really kind of see that in these scenes right here.
I agree 100%. Like when I'm watching the show, it definitely felt more like a movie. Production value is a lot higher than, like you said, with Boba Fett. I do feel like she's a little out of place, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But just going through kind of like what our expectations were and how we were feeling, experiencing, watching this, again, as you mentioned, it just really did feel like I'm in Star Wars again. I didn't really feel that with Boba Fett. I mean, like seeing all this stuff and like how many creatures we saw, how many different droids we saw, it felt like, boom, we're here.
Right.
So I guess with this, like Obi-Wan, he's like working on some kind of
He's in
butchery or some shit. Like, I don't know what he's doing, but he's just kind of hiding out.
Daily grind.
Yep.
He's got to make money.
Meat packing district. That's where he's at right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And he keeps stealing a little bit, right, to take home with him.
Yeah.
Well,
it was good to see
him.
that. Yeah.
It's not for him.
It was for the Jawa, right?
For the horse.
Not for the Jawa.
What do you call it?
For his steed.
For his steed.
Yeah.
Okay. It was for his camel or whatever it was called.
Yeah, whatever that thing is called.
Okay. Because there's a couple of things in the show that confused me.
Right
and
there.
We'll talk about them as they come. Okay, right here. His
he feeds it to it. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool if Hot Toys gave us this with that camel?
Hey,
bro, I wouldn't put it past him. We got a blurg. We got basically a dinosaur piranha for a steed, and now we could get an alien camel. I don't see why not. We're getting freaking speeders, so I don't see why not.
No, I think that would be sick.
We getting ATs, bro. Come on.
Well, because listen, guys, I'm going to tell you all, because I know I'm not the only one here. That all I was seeing while watching these was Hot Toys.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
I'm like, that's a hot toy. That's gonna be a hot toy. you know what I'm saying? Best Car Kid in the house, dude. What is going on, my man? Fans still harping on Book of Boba Fett? I think you still appreciate the show without that. No, you're right. I'm saying in comparison to the production value, I think they put more money and budget into this. I think that was very evident from the first few minutes. Just the opening scene with Order 66. Whatever they're doing with, their color grading, with the filming, like everything, just it feels more like a movie, right? You guys agree with that?
That was just more, that's more of just an objective, comment. Like it's clearly the budget is higher. I think it was well known, even, they mentioned that the budget was higher for this series,
Yeah.
You saw it in the CGI.
So. Yeah, absolutely.
What'd you think about the flashback right here? Were you hoping that you would see some new scenes, or a little disappointed that they just reused Revenge of the Sith there, or?
No, well, I mean, I think it's cool. First of all, we were just talking about it. The show started off with a flashback.
Right.
So we were all wondering,
essentially, or what I mean? The prequels.
We were all wondering if it's going to be a flashback, and not just the recap, but just the flashback of Order 66. Yes, we didn't see Hayden in it or Obi-Wan, but hey, they gave us something already. Let's see if we get any other flashbacks in the remaining 4 episodes, that feature the 2 main characters. We'll see. I'm sure we'll get more flashbacks.
Yeah, I think it was okay. I didn't think it was kind of like, because some people were like, oh, they just were using footage for flashbacks. And I'm like, well, it conveys what we need to know. He's just still dreaming of that battle on Mustafar and how he's
connective
failed.
tissue. They do this a lot. I mean, I'm a big Cobra Kai fan. They do the kind of same thing with Cobra Kai. They always go back and show scenes from
Karate Kid, Karate Kid 2,
Karate Kid 2, and I think they actually started showing some stuff, like they showed some unused footage.
They did. They pulled out the old footage. That shit was awesome. They dusted it off. Great. They said it was in like a mine shaft, bro.
Exactly.
I was like, damn, and they just remastered it, and I was like, this is footage no one's ever seen. I was like, all right, that's cool. That
shit is cool. And it'd be cool if we get something like that. If they do something like that here, I don't know if Lucas has anything left over.
I don't know. He may.
Yeah.
So what was this guy's name again? Curie something. We're moving on already. We're going to Alderaan, but that was interesting. So he's some Jedi who's looking for Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's just a throwaway character.
Kind of seemed like a red shirt.
kind of like a plot device to move forward.
Yeah.
A straggling, remainder of the Jedi Order, perhaps. Now this I was not expecting.
I didn't expect this at all.
Okay.
And I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. What did you guys think about this? First of all, Alderaan looks pretty damn cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
It does. It
Alderaan's
looks amazing.
fire.
I thought it looked great.
I was
Go ahead,
going to
Luke.
say, I think that this was a beautiful setup because when we first get introduced to Star Wars, you know, you see Leia asking for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
How does she know Obi-Wan Kenobi? This is a perfect way to get the pace going. Like their first encounter.
Right.
This was great. I thought this was awesome.
Yes.
And just to see her in her rawness, that yeah, she's you know in the royalty and whatever, but she doesn't like it. She likes to be rugged. She likes to be in the woods. She likes to, you know, get down and dirty with the best of them, and that's awesome. We know
Right,
that
like
she's
her
down and
mom
dirty.
or whomever is just like, why can't you just be? I know where she's at. She's out in the woods, you know, farting around. Why can't you be a normal, you know, girl, princess,
Mm-hmm.
this and that? And I guess it does make sense. You're right. I didn't even consider that. You know, that now that she's had this encounter with Obi-Wan at an early age, she knows. That's why it kind of ties in. You know, it ties in. Star Wars Universe says, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. There were some good parts, but parts I didn't like. I think we all agree with that. I understand why Obi-Wan could become depressed, suffering from PTSD, but I didn't like seeing him like this. You know, that's a good point. But you know what happened? I was talking actually to Jay, brother Cousins, the other day about this, and I was like, it made it. I felt more believable. I think Ewan McGregor is killing the role.
Absolutely.
His acting is like 10 out of 10. This is Obi-Wan. And in comparison to, say, Luke Skywalker with Rey, when he's like, oh, I'm just a hobo living on an island and I hate the Jedi and it needs to die, and he's all, whatever the sequels did to him, we couldn't believe it. At least I couldn't, right? In the theater of The Last Jedi, I was like, what the hell is this? It didn't match with his character. But when we were watching this, when I was watching Obi-Wan and seeing him like that and having that PTSD and hiding out, like, this is totally, he nailed it. Like, you believe it, and it makes sense to the character, right? Because of what happened with him and how he failed, right? I mean, you saw him in the dreams. He's calling out Qui-Gon, you know, he's like, fuck, like, I need help. I failed you. I failed Anakin.
Yep.
I failed the Jedi Order, right? Like, I failed the Republic. Like, it's all like, what can he do? So it's cool,
weight
like,
on the
that you can
shoulders.
see that.
It's good to
Right.
see that. I think,
It is.
that's the drama element, right? I like being able to see people stumble and fall so they can pick themselves back up, right? And being able to capture that. For me, you know, again, I love seeing that, you know, not necessarily being an anti-hero, because that's not what he was, but just stumbling, you know, and then you see him quickly pick that back up. So I like seeing that in character.
I absolutely do too, as well.
Absolutely.
But real quick, I got super chat here, $7.99 from Ash Chase. Thank you so much, my man. It says, what do you think Hot Toys do? What do you want Hot Toys to make? Well, I mean, first of all, thank you for the super chat. I think I want them to make everything, personally.
Yeah.
I really want them to make everything. So we'll see. Jason's Trek says 2 episodes in. This shows the same level of Mando for me. Depending on how it goes, it might be my top 5 favorite. Yeah, I mean, so far we'll see.
Yeah.
And hey, look, we got Jimmy Smith, man.
Yep.
Bail Organa, that's another
Organa.
one. Which
That
is
scene.
cool.
That scene with him and Leia, when he's telling her, like, hey, don't let anybody tell you you're not an Organa. That was I love that scene. You know,
Really
having
good.
a daughter myself, and even if you don't, like, that scene was great.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
Totally agree.
The planet, again, this is what I'm talking about. Like, we're on the first episode, and granted, Obi-Wan's still Tatooine at present moment, but the fact that we're getting to see, you know, Alderaan, like, that's really cool. It's seeing their uniforms, you know, their guard uniforms, their casual attire, you know, things like it makes you feel like, to me anyway, like how it was back in the day watching Star Wars.
Exactly.
Right? You're just taken to a whole nother galaxy.
we needed though to visit other planets, because I mean the Mandalorian is Tatooine heavy. I mean Book of Boba Fett is so Tatooine heavy, and here we have Tatooine as well. But it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Even the scenes with Obi-Wan on Tatooine, it just feels bigger right now. I don't know how they're doing it. Like even when he's riding that, it's one shot. Because what I love about this first episode, they took their time to tell the story. It wasn't rush. They wasn't, because I think a lot of these shows, you can tell they have to convey a lot in 6 episodes. So they kind of rush. They rush a lot. And I think that was a problem with one of the many problems with Book of Boba Fett. With this right here, they kind of took their time. You have that scene with him just riding a camel. And it's just, and I just love that. You just see the scope of how big this is, and we all know they're on a volume, they're on a green screen set, but it just you just get that big budget, big feel, and them going to Alderaan just looks good. Like you said, it's Star Wars, so we definitely need planets.
And then here, when they contact Obi-Wan, he's like, dude, you got to find somebody else. You know what I mean? But he's just like, there is nobody. Real quick, though, Mandalorian Huntress, hello there, my dear. You're wearing my favorite hat tonight. Good. That's right. Just for you. We watched both episodes together. It was really cool. We kind of did a remote thing and watched together on the phone, and it was cool. Yeah, it was really nice. It was really nice. So we were both kind of like, huh, okay, some things are really good. Right. Well, so here's the thing. So it's kind of glossing because I'm doing this, but there's the plot device Jedi strung up. Forgot his name. But the thing that I want to know is, this didn't make much sense to me. We saw Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he kidnaps Princess Leia. Well, we come to find out that Reva hired these guys, these mercenaries, right? Yep. To kidnap Princess Leia, to lure out Obi-Wan. Now, I still don't understand the motives here with her and why she would hate him. I have an idea, but it still doesn't make sense. But what really I don't understand is that why would they kidnap Leia to lure out Obi-Wan if she doesn't know? Like, she must know. Otherwise, just kidnap some random girl. You need to kidnap someone with significance to lure him out.
No, she mentioned it.
She mentioned it.
She mentioned it. She says, "Oh, that's his daughter." Like,
so yeah. So then why not just?
I didn't catch that.
No. What was mentioned was this. She mentioned the fact that she was looking back at certain histories and saw that the chancellor, or I mean, sorry, not the chancellor. What's his name? Our favorite Latino Hispanic who's playing as the father of Leia right now. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That him and Obi-Wan were good friends in the past. She went and checked records to find Obi-Wan's past. She's so obsessed with Obi-Wan that she went to see his alliances and his affiliates. And she said, 2 and 2, put 1 together. Oh, yes, that makes sense. Let me just take the kid because he's not going to do it. He's not going to send troops. He's going to ask for someone he trusts. And he only trusts anyone that he survives, which is a Jedi. And that's Obi-Wan. So that's what happened.
Gotcha.
That makes sense too.
Here's my problem, and I just fixed. I had a problem with my ranks in the chat. That should be fixed now. Here's my problem. Did we just go to some of my pictures may be out of order? That happens. My problem is, well, if she knows that Leia is Vader's daughter, why doesn't she just take him to him and have him raise his daughter as the Darkside?
So does she know that? Hold on. So she does know that Leia is Vader's daughter. So she does know that.
It's not stated.
I don't think
that's what I thought. But what Lou said made sense too. Maybe she was referring when she said like that's his daughter. That maybe she was referring to Bail
Organa.
Because that makes sense too.
Yeah, because I don't think. Yeah, because I don't think.
You think it was just because she knew that he was tight with Bail Organa?
Yes.
So she's like, well, I'm just going to kidnap his friend's daughter.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
That
makes sense too.
That makes sense. Because a lot of people don't know that Darth Vader is Anakin. A lot of people don't know that, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but you know, before this, we didn't think that a lot of people knew that Anakin was Vader. We knew that Tarkin suspected it and was kind of like, we thought that maybe Thrawn suspected and was kind of like, I kind of know, but we didn't know anybody knew that Vader was Anakin except for the Emperor. And now in this show, it's like, well, she just knows. You know, so I was so when she said it's his daughter, I automatically, well, she knows that too, I guess, is, you know,
right,
like,
which I kind of have a problem with that, but we'll get there.
Yeah, well, that's why I was tripping, because I was like, she doesn't know, you know. But again, I only just watched it the one time. We just watched it, and then that was it. And I was thinking, maybe we need to watch again because there's things, but you know, they keep changing things too. So I don't. The hell do I know? But I guess that would make more sense then, right?
Yeah.
As Jason's Trek just said here as well. Got a couple people. She said on the show they had Leia kidnapped because he was Bail's daughter. And then Bail would call Obi for help. Makes sense. That, because I was like, there's no way, right? There's no way. Yeah, well, the only reason I was tripping on that is because what she said in the second episode. You know, like how she knew that he was alive and that he was Vader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I didn't think people knew that shit. So I don't know. I guess this is replaying right now. I think it didn't go through all the shots, but that's fine. We'll still talk about this first episode because, you know, it is skipping some through. But go ahead, Lou, you were saying?
I was going to say, because the only time she references Anakin is to lure Obi-Wan out. That's her whole thing. She knows things to get what she wants. And we all know what she wants. She's trying to get Obi-Wan so she can, you know, rank up. And the rest of the Inquisitors smell it on her. They see it on her. They see her ambition. Her ambition makes her weakest of the bunch in their eyes, so to speak. So when she mentions Anakin, it's more to give him the shock factor more than anything else. And her knowing that he's Anakin is something that makes sense because it's not something that's verbally spoken if she is a Jedi that turncoated into Sith, because that's what the Inquisitors are.
Right.
That makes sense. That does make sense.
Yeah.
Oilers Workshop says, I think we'll see she saw the same security footage Obi-Wan saw during Anakin during Order 66. Well, that's possible. That is possible. Star Wars Universe says, I find it ridiculous, though, that Reva knows that Darth Vader is Anakin. I do, too.
Yeah.
You know, there's still a lot that we don't know. Maybe she knows some other way. What I think didn't... One of the things that didn't make sense, even when I saw the trailer and heard dialogue, when she's telling Obi-Wan, you know, you can't escape him. You can't, you know, and she's referring to Vader. Like,
right.
That kind of is for me, in my opinion, that kind of contradicts what we were just saying, that someone's ambitious that wants to rank up. Because someone that's ambitious and wants to rank up will be like, you can't escape me. Like, I'm coming after you. Not like you can't escape my boss. Right? Like that, like to me, I know that's a little nitpick, but like that just, to me, it doesn't make sense personally. Like, it's just some dialogue was off there.
I think also that was kind of like a soundbite. You know how sometimes they'll just have sound bites for the trailers to like hype it up, and I think that's what that was. I mean, it was clearly in the show, but it definitely was like, because even when I saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." But then when you think about it, you're like, "Wait a minute, why? Why? You know, it's
You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just seems kind of like you said, a little, I don't know, disconnected somehow, right? Like it just didn't seem like it made sense. But again, we still have 4 episodes. Maybe they allude to that somehow, some way. But I still thought that was kind of weird.
I think we're in a place right now, for the better or for the worse, that the show is going to be made, you know, it's going to be made or broken by Reva. Because it's going to make sense or not make sense, and it's all going to be on Reva. Like the whole point of her finding Obi-Wan and her chasing after him, it's like, okay, is this going to make sense? Like, how does she know who Anakin is? Like, this better be a good story. And like, so far, like to me, as much as I love those first 2 episodes, like she was unfortunately the weakest link. And when it comes to a movie or a show, just like the prequels, I never blame the actors. I blame, just like at work, I blame the managers. I blame the director.
Yes.
Like, I think they let her down. Like, I don't think her dialogue, her acting was there. She was not intimidating. Like, it was just my opinion, guys.
She seemed a little, honestly, she seemed forced. And that's what it was. It seemed very, very forced, and it didn't come off natural where everybody else kind of came off natural. She seemed very forced, and I think that's where a lot of people are having a problem. I mean, me personally, I like the idea. Once again, I mean, even I've said it. Yeah, I like the idea of Rey, but Rey wasn't handled right. And she wasn't. She just wasn't. She was overpowered and needed. I can go on a tangent about Rey, but we're talking about Reva. With Reva here is, I like the idea. I like the fact that she's an Inquisitor and that she really's trying to get it done. And I mean, in by the way it looks, the Grand Inquisitor and them were kind of loafing. They were kind of bullshitting. She was like, I'm doing this, I'm getting it done. That's great, but
great concept.
Great concept, but it's not done. It's not done for some reason. Something's off there with that.
Great concept, great character idea, great actor and actress for the part. It just didn't come together so far. We'll see.
Exactly.
We'll see. We're gonna take a moment here for just a second. Makes sense to me. She's very motivated to Mad Mike's Mandalorian Huntress. Absolutely. There is some. I don't know. I feel like she's okay, but I kind of agree with Desi. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But before we continue, I hope you guys are ready in the chat. I'm going to put it up on screen. So get ready. If you guys have not had an opportunity to purchase any exclusives from Sideshow, 93 in the chat. Get ready. Here we go. Link. Not a link. I'm sorry. I'm going to put the code in the chat right now for you guys. I'll put it up on screen. If you need to take a screenshot or whatever you need to do right here. Code right here. 3BR8PV0Q. This code works. Go ahead and get yourself either your Chrome Death Trooper or Chrome Clone Trooper or both. I'll leave it up on screen for a couple minutes and we'll continue. Beskar Kid says, have a good stream, guys. Gym time. My man, thank you so much, man. Hope you have a good one. Where can you use the code on Sideshow? If you go to Sideshow, they will show a celebration exclusives like picture there. You click that link, and then when you want to get into it, it's going to ask you need a code to unlock it. Enter that code in there and go ahead and get it. You can use the same code for both, but you have to do them as two separate. Like, you have to go back in and add it to your cart, then back out, go back in, add the other one to your cart, and you can do it that way. So we'll leave the code up for a couple more minutes. You guys give it a try. Let us know in the chat if it works for you. These are valid codes. No one has used them. I still have a few more to give away this evening during the stream. So if this one gets filled right away, we still have a few more we're going to be giving away.
So, and you get free shipping.
Yeah, and right now it's still free shipping. That's correct, Izzy. Oh. So, because who knows? I'm pretty sure they're going to become available for everybody else. But for right now, that's a good deal, especially if you get two. Save $40-50 on shipping.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Otis Jackson got it. Thanks. Awesome. Very cool. If anybody else picked one up, Bugman, thanks, Anthony. Cool, man. You all right? So you guys got some, and we have some more codes to give away. So pretty cool, man. They're at Maximum Rex. They're entered when you click the con exclusives. I might even be able to put a link in the chat here for you guys. Here, I'll take a moment and pull it up for you guys. Let's take a look here. I'll get it for you guys right now. But so far, okay, first episode, we'll start talking about episode 2, but what you guys obviously went back to back, right? So
yep.
At the end of the first episode though, were you feeling it? You feeling like that was pretty good?
Lou, you're muted. You hear me now?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can
sir.
hear you.
I forgot to bring down my mic. Anyway, the first, what was it, 50 minutes? The first episode was a way to open. That was a good way to open. That's how you actually start a season, a pilot, is like, let me give you a full hour so you can get this cinematic vibe, and then tune in every week for another fill of that same vibe, but just cut shorter so we could leave you wanting. Because the second episode left me wanting. And that's good. That's good. When I want more, that's a good sign of a good series. That's what Mando did for me. I kept wanting more and more and more and more. Like, give me more Mando, give me more Grogu, give me more Star Wars, give me that. And I was getting that vibe.
I feel the same. I feel like I was getting a vibe. I feel like maybe I'm wanting more, but I'm not complaining by any stretch. I really like the show. But we still have 4 more episodes to judge it as a whole, right? I feel like these 2 episodes, since it's broken down as 6 episodes, this was the first act of the story.
Yes.
Right. The first episode was a little slow, but it's building up. It's kind of giving us a little exposition to the audience, the newer audience, and then, kind of, with the flashbacks, things that this is what's going on. Oh, here's Leia. Okay. A little slow, but it's building. So I think the first act's pretty good. But real quick, I do have super chat here from Superhero Displays, rate 99 euros. I appreciate that, brother. He says, this show is pure Clone Wars lore. Reva checked Clone Wars records, which would clearly show the public and clear relationship between Bail Organa and Kenobi. To me, it shows attention to detail by 𝗕𝗓𝗏.
That's good. Yeah.
Very good.
Very good point. And thank you so much, my man, for the super chat. That is a good point. Eric says Mando felt like it had a little bit of a higher budget than this show, but I still liked it though. Well, there's something about Mando. That's on the way it is right now. That's Disney's baby. That's just unfortunate. It is what it is, because they got Lucasfilm. That's their character, right? So that's
like really their first win. That's all theirs.
Yeah.
I know people that have never seen Star Wars ever and are up to date with Mando. Just Mando.
Just Mando.
Plenty.
So with that, let me go ahead and pull up the second episode here. So I got screen grabs. I did it for everybody. So we're going to go through. If the code is not working anymore, guys, we have more codes. I will be giving away a few more codes here shortly. This was badass, right out the gate. I love this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I just love the planet. I love it. Remind me, where is this? I thought it was the lower slums of Coruscant.
It's not. It's that.
It's not.
That's that new planet. I forgot the name. Hold on.
That's what I thought it was.
Nah, it was something new altogether. It felt like New York and Tokyo all wrapped into one.
Yeah, help us out.
Yeah, let us know if you guys in the chat
𝗕𝗓𝗏. It's 𝗕𝗓𝗏.
Yeah, they did say it because the kid or somebody, the girl with the I want to say spice, all her drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Her right here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pretty dang cool though, and that's the other thing that I mean, come on, man. We're not just stuck on Tatooine.
Yep.
That's really cool. What'd you guys think of the con man Jedi?
Dude, I loved it. I loved it. That was the 3-card Monty you see in the streets of New York back in the day. It's just instead of the 3-card Monty, you had a guy posing as a Jedi, but he was doing a noble thing for the credits. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'll do it for a fee. Oh, you didn't have to, but you did. You know what I mean? He says it just like that. Oh, you didn't have to.
He is pretty damn funny.
He was good.
And he's perfect for this role. Like, honestly,
Definitely.
his charisma of him being indirectly funny, but still let him know that he plays good as a weasel character. And this is him being a weasel. He's very slimy, if you will, as an individual, but then it turns, he kind of makes a 360. I'm thinking he was going to get X'd out, but I'm glad to see him still around because he reminds me kind of like the Twi'lek that would talk a lot in Boba Fett. I actually enjoyed that character.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, it just kind of shows that slimy underworld side.
Exactly.
Right, because even that Twi'lek guy was kind of grimy, in that sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I get, having, certain cameos, like Mad Makes just said, cameos are a little irksome, in my opinion. Takes me out of being in a galaxy far, far away, which I kind of understand. Like seeing Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers, I was kind of like,
I was like, is that Flea?
Yeah, it was kind of like, it's Flea, but I mean, Flea's also a legend. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's been in a lot of stuff. I mean, Back to the Future, all that. Like, he's just been around. So,
True.
Yeah, I agree with that. While we're chatting about this, okay, we've got another one right here, guys. Blackbird Tech, my man, get ready.
I'm ready.
Get ready, Blackbird Tech. I know you're in here. Here we go. Got another one popping into the chat right now. Okay. Go get it.
Go for
2R P4 PF 8F. This should get you your characters, your exclusive figures. If you guys haven't already, give it a try. Still got a couple more to give away. We're going to go ahead and throw that one in the chat right now. That was courtesy of CT603. So I appreciate that, my man, for giving that away. All right. Now, Riley Reviews, are you in the chat right now, my man? Let me know. Two Ferns, what is going on, my man?
Hey.
I think Riley is in the chat. Now, I'm going to pull something up here. I'm tabbed over, but that's okay. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I still thought that Jedi guy was pretty funny.
Oh, he was great.
It didn't feel like it was, like, detracted, and I thought it was unique in a way, right? Because it was like, you would think, right, the Jedi are all but extinct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
So,
it was funny. It was the thing that was kind of like, okay, when you really think about it, like if the Jedi are pretty much extinct and are in hiding, the ones that are left, you're posing as a Jedi, you're putting a lot of heat on yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's not the smartest way to make a buck, but I mean, hey, it worked.
Yeah,
I agree. Listen, another one. Let me guys, let me know if that code worked. Drop it again in there. So, and this will replay as well. We'll come through this again, but so she's like Reva's completely insubordinate at this point, right? She's going against the Inquisitors. Don't quite understand the motives. I'm sure maybe we'll find that out, but it looks like she's kind of pulling, a John Wick and putting the bounty out on everyone, or on Obi and Leia. I'm sure we'll find out as time goes on. Through my screenshots, I didn't quite grab him, but that is true. What did you guys think about Tamora Morrison as a beat-down homeless clone, as Cobra's collection pointed out?
Perfect.
I think it's gonna be more to that story, actually.
You think?
Could be. I mean, it would have been. I think it's something. I think it's gonna be there. And I was asking myself, like, who, like, is he somebody? Is he a clone that we know? Like.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is he just a random?
I thought it was random, like a random clone number, whatever, and he's just homeless. It was cool to see that.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened to these guys? And it's like, well, there you go.
No.
Well, because at this point, there's stormtroopers everywhere.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing we saw here. Nice, white, shiny, clean, crisp
Brand new.
stormtroopers.
Shinies.
Right? So, yeah, I think he's just kind of an old vet, but it makes you wonder, like, so was he triggered for Order 66 as well? Right? Like, or is he just, you see what I'm saying? I don't know, but maybe it's just a little, like, world building, kind of like here's an old clone to kind of, tie in, with Clone Wars and Attack of the Clones, things like that. I'm not sure. Real quick though, I do have another super chat from Superhero Displays. Thank you so much, my man. He says, if Vader Palpatine, let alone an Inquisitor looking to make a name like Reva, knew Leia was Vader's kid, they would have laid Alderaan to waste. It's Leia. You're right. You're right. So I don't think, again, I just didn't catch that part where, they were like, hey, he just has ties to the Organas.
Mhm.
So that's why she kidnaps, you know what I mean? Just to lure him out. Not because, yeah. So Blackbird Tech says, hey, woohoo, code worked.
Nice.
Awesome, brother.
Nice.
It
Awesome,
worked
brother.
for me. I didn't get it in time. I was trying to get the Chrome Clone Trooper.
Oh, shit.
I was trying. I'm going for two. It's 2 days in a row. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Dante, my man, dude. Man, Hot Collectibles, man.
What's up, Dante?
If you
What's up, Dante?
if you want to come
Like-
talk spoilers, brother, let me know. I know, you probably got off of Aries and it's hard doing a double, but you're more than welcome. As
Like a
always,
bantha.
just let me know. I'll link
Like
you up, brother. I'll link
like a
you up, man.
Like a band.
Yeah, man. So cool. Blackbird Tech got the Chrome Clone Trooper. Congrats,
you
brother.
go.
Congrats, my man.
That's what I was
Congrats.
looking
Now I don't know about this, guys. This was kind of weird. This whole rooftop
Oh, don't get me
parkour. I didn't
Parkour.
really. Yeah, it was
Bootleg
kinda
Assassin's Creed. Bootleg Assassin's Creed. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
It reminded me of Celine from Underworld.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah, definitely.
I don't know if it's because of the coat and it's nighttime, the rooftops. I guess
No.
that could be Batman or whatever too. But it really gave me that. I don't know. It gave me
With the
that
coat,
Underworld
Definitely
vibe,
Underworld. Definitely Underworld vibes.
like a bantha.
Like
It's-
a bantha.
It didn't
Oh, yeah,
work.
man.
The parkour
Oh.
didn't work for me, man. Like it seemed slow, and I'm like, why are you doing backflips going forward? Just run, just jump.
Right.
And she never it was weirdly edited. Like she never caught up to him. It wasn't that far, and she was hauling ass. It was like.
So
Right.
I'm guessing this is what I'm guessing. I'm guessing they showed that to us to let it, to give us a wink, yeah, she's Inquisitor. She used to be. She had Jedi training. She used to be a Jedi.
She can
something
run on
like-
walls.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I guess that's what that. That's what that was about.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, I guess. What did you think about Obi-Wan here, though? Do you feel like here's the thing. There's a couple. Well, actually, before we talked about Obi-Wan, do you
Mhm.
think this Jedi guy right here, the phony, he's trying to stop her? He's like, "Oh, I'm the Jedi you're looking for."
I
Oh, he
love
do you
was
think
it.
dead.
do you think
I
he's
thought he was
actually being genuine once he realizes, "Oh shit, you really are a Jedi"?
I thought
Okay,
so.
we
I thought
need
so.
you. I got your back.
Yeah.
I think
Because-
that's the kind of vibe I got. I wasn't sure if he was gonna because when he talks to the little kid, he was like, "Damn, we just had him, right? Let's
Yeah.
go turn his ass in for the reward." But then I think once he saw him and he's like, "Bitch, I am a Jedi." He's like, "Oh, okay, we need." You know what I'm saying? You think that's
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
what he was going for, because even the people in the criminal underworld have a respect for Jedi. Even though the whole Order 66 happened, they are like, okay, now we got these Imperials, and we don't want these Imperials. At least when we had the Jedi Order, we could still do our thing. We just had to be careful on what we do it with and who we do it with. With the Imperials, they would annihilate us just for coming into town. We didn't have to do the wrong thing or the right thing. They'll just come in and annihilate anybody. That's how Imperial work. And they're like, let me help out a Jedi.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if I'm gonna do one thing, I'm at least help one Jedi, and maybe that could make a difference and clear my conscience. Because he was about clearing his conscience at the end of the day.
And
Well,
his
that's
whole
true.
his whole shady deals behind the scene, his hustle is to get around Imperial rule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it would make sense to help out a Jedi.
right? Because they're really doing this because when the Empire's taken over and it's kind of a shitty situation, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
So kind of just doggy dog world at this point. But Superhero Displays again with 449 super chat. Thank you so much, my man. He says the humor in this show ain't no MCU like the sequels. To me, this humor is OG Star Wars. I really appreciated that. I did too. I did too, man. And thank you so much for the super chat. It really did feel like you said, yeah, it's not that MCU formula, corny. Here's something serious, then let's lighten it with a joke. that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? It felt kind of like this fake Jedi guy was kind of cool, and Leia being kind of that smart ass that she is in A New Hope and onward is very it's organic in that sense. That's how it felt to me.
Well, I'm gonna say this real quick. With going back to the parkour part real quick, it kind of felt like episode 1 and episode 2-ish. If you guys seen the parkour, the landing, the jumping, it kind of had that vibe to it, you know, so it worked. But for anyone who has a child, let alone a girl, when you have your little one run away from you and you in a crowded area, she will outrun you. I don't care what anyone says. That makes absolute sense, especially if you're dodging, you're like literally 3 feet shorter than everyone else. You can dip and dodge and hide behind tables and stuff, which tables are everywhere. They're selling stuff. You know what I mean? So, like, take that for what you will. I have a 4-year-old, and my daughter, she's always trying to outrun me. Granted, I'm a fat boy. I'm a roll faster than her.
Right, they'll just bob and weave through everything.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, man, I'm a
get
dad. I move everybody over. You know what I mean? Right. Elbows everywhere.
I got a couple more super chats I want to get to though, real quick though. But with TX Boy 210 said it feels like some of the universe remembers what the Jedi stood for, and it was better than being under Imperial rule. And I agree. It gives you. That's why I think this. I forgot his name, but the psychic Jedi, you know, the con man. I think that's where he's like, oh shit, okay, maybe there is hope. But a couple super chats here. Andreas, I mean, thank you so much, my man. $5 super chat. Says Reva might have been one of the younglings in the beginning. I'm pretty sure that was her dead center, like first frame.
Pretty sure. Yeah, absolutely.
She says the Jedi are cowards. They failed you, abandoned you. Emotions from Order 66. Thank you again for the super chat, brother. I think so too. I really think that's what that was. Yeah. And Dante, my man, dude, thank you so much, man. Manaha Collectibles. If you guys haven't already subscribed to Dante, what are you guys doing? Link in the description below. Road to 10K. I know he will get there this year, hopefully sooner. Go subscribe, Manaha Collectibles, if you have not, my man. He said, enjoy the rest of the show, guys. Can't wait for episode 3 of Obi-Wan. Absolutely, brother. Thank you so much, man. I can't wait either, dude. I can't wait either. But it is interesting. That's a good point that maybe he is like that, right? Maybe that guy is kind of like, oh yeah, there is a Jedi. Shit, we do need that hope around here, right? You know. But what I was curious about, and it's not quite here yet in the scene, but when she falls off, right? When he has to use this whole show so far, to me at least, is feeling more like Jedi Fallen Order, the video game. More and more. In the beginning, Cal was hiding out, you know, working in the scrapyard, suppressing his force powers. You know, we see Obi-Wan doing the same damn thing. When Cal's friend falls, he has to use the force to save him, and he's like, oh shit. And then I see this happen with Leia and Obi-Wan. But what made me wonder was like, he really looked like he was struggling. Do you think it's because he's basically been suppressing his force powers for the past 10 years, so he's not detected?
He's kind of shut himself off from the force for a little bit, you know,
so he's
when they go into exile. So he's a little rusty because it took him a while to grab her. Yeah.
So it's a muscle has atrophy, right? Like he hasn't used it in a while. So when you don't walk in a while, you're gonna have to learn to re-walk. You know, so yeah,
I think so. Single Songwriter said, did anyone else see Mark Hamill cameo? I did not. Not as Luke, just as a cameo guy on the planet.
Yeah, some guy in a hood. I heard about that.
Okay, no, I did not. I did not.
I totally missed that.
So that's a good question from Trexler Historical Art. So how does he protect Luke? Well, I'm not entirely sure. I think maybe at this point, because we haven't seen everything. And Mad Mike says he sure found the buried lightsabers easy enough. Well, I suspect he buried them, right?
Yeah,
so
he did.
He's not senile, right?
Yeah.
I think he would remember where he buried them, but that's going to be the Mandalorian Huntress and I were talking about that when we were watching this.
Well, then again,
that 2-pack's going to be like a Galaxy's Edge Saber exclusive in that box.
Oh, yeah.
You better believe it. Go
I
ahead,
wanted
Lou.
to say something in regards to the lightsabers. Remember, it's a kyber crystal in that lightsaber. You have to find your kyber crystal in order to become a Jedi. Before you even get your lightsaber built, you gotta find your kyber crystal.
Mhm.
Right.
So that's a symbiosis right there. So he knows where his sabers are, where his specific saber is. Now, as a Jedi, you have that symbiosis. That's easy to find. But using the Force and you haven't used it in a while, like everyone else said, it's something you have to kind of retrain yourself. But it's like he's steadily suppressing himself because he does not want to be found out, and it's more of him being cowardice than anything else.
Yeah, kind of, because he tells the guy who ends up, and this is what's interesting. And I'll play on this here in just a second. But again, Superhero Displays, thank you so much for the super chat. Because I liked how Obi-Wan doesn't play with Leia when she starts getting hyper. Right? He's like, here's what I'm thinking. But before we continue here on some of the chat here, is that in just the first episode, I think it transitions well. Where, and I forget the guy's name, but the Jedi who got hung, right? He comes to Obi-Wan right at the beginning at night. Oh, you have me mistaken. My name's Ben. Like, he's like, get away. And then it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's me. You got me. But it's over. Forget about it. Just move on. Go on with your life. That type of situation. I feel like we get that from him because he's fucked up, right? Because of what happened. And then, but then he sees in the next day or two that Jedi was hung. So I think it adds even more guilt to his character. He's like, man, this guy came to ask me for help. I turned him away, and now he's dead. And then now with Organas, he's like, okay, I gotta do something. You know what I mean? And that's kind of cool seeing that build up just over these 2 episodes. It's like subtle differences, right? Just that you see. I appreciate that in the writing. Again, though, real quick before we continue, Superhero Displays, again, my man, thank you so much, dude. He said, do you all think he goes full Obi, now he's reconnected with the Force whilst learning that Anakin's alive? Well, that is interesting.
Well,
he dug for them. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. What do you
guys
think?
It's slow. See, what happens is this: he connects to the Force to save Leia before finding out Anakin's still alive.
Right, but at that point now, like continuing onward.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing: everyone's connected to the Force. Everyone feels the Force in different ways. Anakin feels Obi-Wan. This is why there's a hunt for Obi-Wan. Now, think of it like this. If he's in a Sith mindset, he's going to have his underlings, his trainees, bring Obi-Wan to him alive. That's not to say to give him a little bit of help, right? Because he feels betrayed, left for dead, all that, limbs cut off, burnt to a crisp, yada, yada, yada. So, all right, I'm gonna put, my kids against you and see if they can bring you to me, because I know you're out there. And when you do come to me, I will take you out. And that's the mindset of him as a Sith. He's not Anakin that we know no more. Now he's Vader.
Right.
So
makes sense.
It makes sense. It's just it's more like the seeds have been planted, and then there's reach. You have to reach a little bit in order to get it. And to me, it makes sense with Star Wars because everything is about the Force. With Force, you're trying to reach for something that's unattainable because you physically can't touch it. But if you're connected with the Force, it's going to come to you via will.
Yeah,
so
I get that.
I like it. It's working. It's working for me.
TX Boy said that feel the fear of Vader is going to hinder him from being OG Obi-Wan, so he's going to get owned in these next few episodes until he comes to grips again that he's not completely to blame for Vader. I mean, that's possible.
I agree.
I feel like there may be something there, but I think what's going to happen is I don't know. So 2 episodes, no lightsaber. I'm fine with that. This isn't a Book of Boba Fett thing where he's 2 episodes, he doesn't do anything, right?
Right. He's doing stuff. Like,
in context of what's going on.
He's gone on an adventure.
Right. He's going on an adventure. He's working this stuff out. I didn't think he wanted to use the saber anyway. Again, you don't just start lighting off a lightsaber when, you know what I mean? He's not even using his force powers or anything. I mean, Christ, he's using a blaster.
It's going to be a moment when he turns that thing on. When he ignites that lightsaber, it's definitely going to be a moment. So, yeah. And that may be the next episode, maybe the fourth. Who knows what episode it'll be at? But I think it's a purpose. You know, it's going to be for a purpose.
He's still trying to keep a low profile.
Yeah,
yes.
I think so.
Yes. And, Soupy.
Go ahead, Lou. I'll just in a second.
No, address it now. It's Soupy.
All right. Well, Ashley Chase, thank you so much, my man, for $3 super chat. Just I got a John Wick taken vibes. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like when she puts the bounty out, it's like bloop 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 bloop. All these bounties go off, and it's like, yeah, totally, man, totally.
A good segue, because that's exactly what I was going to talk about. See, I knew. See, patience pays.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Did you see that freaking raptor alien bounty hunter come out the woodwork? He's over here eating a piece of rib, and then he gets a call. He's like, "Oh no, drop the rib, grab the gun." And he walking out. I had Jurassic Park vibes all over again. I was like,
see, that shit was cool, man. That shit was legit. That's what we're saying. Like, we're seeing all these different droids. We're seeing all these different aliens. That's what's up. That's what's, to me, that's a big part of Star Wars. Right, taking you away. Oh, and here's that scene right there with Vader. This will keep playing. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it as we go through. Nielsen says, I didn't like that Reva knew Vader was Anakin. To me, that was a secret known only to Vader and Palpatine. I agree with that sentiment as well. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Okay.
And the two Coruscant guards, right?
No. It's just Reva.
No, but I'm saying that knew. Well, going back to Revenge of the Sith.
Well, I think maybe they helped escort. They pulled Anakin in with the Emperor, and then he's probably like, "Leave us."
And I'm sure Vader killed the two guards later.
And then probably
exactly.
Good point.
But remember the rule of two, right?
Yep.
So you entrust a certain Padawan with intel, right? And you always give them a little bit to see what they do. You don't give them everything. You give them a little bit, and that little bit is enough to get what he wants. So he's like, "Oh, I see this one right here. She has drive. She has ego. She wants it so bad, more so than everyone else. She is the bottom of the barrel and has something to prove. If I give her this little nugget, she's going to go further than anyone else on that totem pole." And remember what the top Inquisitor said to her: "You are beneath us. You're the bottom of the barrel. You're nothing. You will always be a swamp rat," kind of vibe, right?
Right.
And she has intel that they don't even know, and she's driven by that small little detail to get to her goal. Because think about it, rule of two, regardless of Inquisitors and how many there are, she has something.
Let's talk about that for a minute. But before you go, Desi, I just want to give a shout here to the chat. 121 in the chat. Please go ahead and like, share, subscribe if you have not already. If this is your first time here and you're digging it, hit that like, hit that sub. If not, hit the dislike. That's cool too, man. And subscribe to every one of my friends on the panel tonight. Links in the description below. As we keep talking about this, I'm going to go ahead and drop another code in the chat right now for you guys to get an exclusive from Sideshow. If you guys missed out, I'm going to drop it right now in the chat. Before we continue, I'm going to put it on the screen as well for you guys, or if you need me to read it off to you, it is 3YW4KQ8S. So we'll leave this up on chat for just a little bit. Go ahead and see if you guys can. These codes have not been used, so I'm just doing it first come, first serve for you guys in the chat. Go ahead and give that a try, and let us know in the chat if it worked for you. I'll leave it up again for a little bit. Now, go ahead, Desi. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, we don't really know. That's where I was saying before. I think it's gonna make it or break it. The information we find out later in the other 4 episodes that we have yet to see. Because how did she see the footage that Yoda showed Obi-Wan, and maybe that's why she knows. you know, if Vader really killed the Coruscant guards, right? And I know I just made that up, right? But it sounds like something Vader would do. Like, if he's gonna kill the guards for knowing that, wouldn't he kill her for knowing that? Like, or would he be like Lou said? Like,
I suspect she's gonna die this in this show.
Yeah. Yes, I suspect that as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happened. I did want to go back 1 second to what we were saying about Obi-Wan and the suppression of his powers, and that was interesting to me. Like, what was his goal? Was he trying to suppress his powers until a certain point? Because when he was telling Owen, like, oh, when the boy is a certain age, he must be trained. And it was like, I'm like, dude, who's gonna train him? Because like, you're not doing too good. Was he planning on putting him on
well over there eating that meat, like hanging out in the cave?
Was he planning on getting on a ship and taking him to Yoda? Like, once Lucas, I don't need to know the answer. Like, I just found that to be interesting. Yeah. Like, you know, it was like, I don't know, like, it was just cool.
No, that's a very good point. That is a very good point. Before we continue though, real quick, guys, and let me know if that code worked. Single Songwriter also dropped one in the chat as well.
I think Lou won that.
Yeah. Oh, did you get another one?
Oh, there you go.
I got a Chrome Clone Trooper, baby. Let's go. I'm 2 for 2, baby.
Well, let people, everybody try it out. These codes work a couple times. Again, Superhero Displays, my man, dude, you're so cool tonight, man. Thank you so much for that super chat. He says, to me, he's not being cowardly. Yoda entrusted him with a specific task. Jedi equals duty, honor, sacrifice, which is why he's shut off from the Force, so as to not draw attention to him, therefore potentially Luke. Which I believe. Yeah. I believe that to be the case as well, my man. And thank you again for the super chat. I think that's what it was going to work. The situation here is that Blackbird Tech said that code worked, and he got the Death Trooper now. So we got both figures. Thank you so much. All right, my man. You're welcome, man. Everybody try these codes out. Again, Single Songwriter also just dropped one. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. Let's see if this code works. Now, I feel like that's that is accurate in that respect, right? He's suppressing his Force powers until said time, right? It kind of leaves a little bit of I don't know, right? Because here's my thing. Because a lot of people are like, well, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that for 10 years Vader didn't know that Obi-Wan was alive? He couldn't sense him? And you know, I was like, well, yeah, because if he's incognito, he's not using his powers, I would imagine, he can't detect him. Plus, this isn't the sequel trilogy. As far as I know, they're pretty damn far apart.
Yeah.
Right.
He went to a shithole rock, Tatooine, far away, deliberately to hide out and to protect Luke. Right. It's not like he was chilling, Coruscant, where the Emperor's at. You know what I mean? Like he's far away.
Yeah.
Right. He is not in close proximity. So I feel that, but then at the same time, it's like, okay, maybe he will start using his powers to train Luke at that point. But even then, I think it's too far away for them to sense him. What do you guys think about that?
But it did seem like when he used the Force, when Obi-Wan used the Force to grab Leia, baby Leia, as I call her now, when he did that, it did seem like we get that shot. We get the whole interaction with Obi-Wan and Reva, but then you get that shot of Anakin waking up. And it kind of seemed like maybe he was waking up. Maybe he had felt something in the Force, like Obi-Wan is out there. Maybe they felt each other at that point, or something like that.
Maybe. AJ Agrusa says, he had to suppress his powers. Yoda used the same trick Palpatine did by hiding under a nexus of the opposite alignment, but Kenobi was too exposed to do that. That is a good point. Right? Because if you're talking about Rise of Skywalker, hiding out, somehow Palpatine returned.
Yep.
I'm never gonna let that die. Single Songwriter, real quick. I'm gonna put it up on the chat. He also has another one. So here's another code, guys. Thank you so much, my man. Eric, codes are working. I think it's kind of a luck of the draw, right? We're just dropping them in the chat. Whoever grabs them, grabs them.
Yeah.
It's just the best way to do it without favoritism. We'll just throw them out here. You guys, if you get an opportunity, I still have a couple more codes. If Riley's around, Riley said he would try to pop on as well. He has 4 codes to give away.
And you have to go to that
So-
link, right? You have to go to that specific link. It's not a reward code. It's just a link that you have to go to on the site for these con exclusives. It will ask you for a code, and then you input these codes.
That is correct. So listen, Riley, are you still in the chat? Let me know. So what I'm going to do here. So Riley has 4 codes to give away. Okay. Riley Reviews has 4 codes that he's willing to drop here in the chat. The only request is he's very close. He needs 4 more subscribers to get to 325. He's currently at
It works.
321. All right, code works. So if you guys can, come on over here, subscribe to Riley Reviews. Let's get him. He only needs 4. He needs 4 more subs right now, guys. We got 120 people in the chat.
Let's get him
We can
there.
get him up there. He's at 322
Let's
now.
do it.
All right, and he's got some codes to drop. So link is in the chat right now, guys, that I just dropped right here. Riley Reviews 16. Let's go ahead and get him to at least 325. And he's going to go ahead and drop me 4 codes to give away tonight. 324, guys. 1 more person is all we need to get him to 325.
Man, these chromes look so good together. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I got 1 of each.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to pull a Brother Cousins and get 2 of everything. You messed me up, bro. You can put me in a bigger hole. Thank you, Brother Cousins. You know what, Brother Cousins? Hash Show Saturdays has been a good thing, bro. And you had to here mess it up with some more Star Wars. Like, yeah, you need to get 2, brother. I'm like, 2,
It is, man.
2,
That's how it
2.
is.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Master
Okay,
enabler. That's how I go. That's how we go.
Okay. So ruler 2, right? Sith rules. All right. I say how we doing. All right, I got you.
Very good. Before I continue here, I know a couple people in the chat are asking where to go. I'm going to go ahead and put another link in the description, guys.
I got him. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I just dropped the link in chat. So that's the sideshow link that you go to enter in the codes. So it's not a promo code, right? It's an unlock code to the URL. So you have to enter that to get in. Make sure you're obviously signed in, or you can add it to your card and then sign in. And that's how that works. So Bugman says, sub to Riley. Thanks for your generosity. Yeah, he should be able to do that here for us shortly. Sorry, go ahead. Just seeing here. All right. Let's take a look here. So we got Riley. I'm sorry, my man.
I said, give it up to Mafia. You see all this beautiful tech that you see in front of your monitor right now, the tunes you're hearing in the background, man. That's blood, sweat, and tears for Mafia, bro. You know, give it up. If you haven't hit that like button already, please do so, okay? Because this man deserves your likes. He deserves your subscription. And as you all know, we all are fans of Star Wars. So, you know, show your support with a thumbs up. You already know what to do.
Appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of work, but it's fun, and I love doing it, and I love the community. It's pretty badass. Again, as Lou said, 120 in the chat. And hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes if we haven't been already. Actually, let me take a look. I'll tell you where we're at right now. We're at 55 likes. Can we get to 100 likes tonight? That would be awesome. Let me know. That would be badass. We'll continue talking about this here. We'll have a couple more codes here shortly, I believe. Waiting to hear back from Riley, so we'll dump some more. I have 1 more code as well to drop. There he is. So here's our Homeless 501st. I didn't get quite the screen grab. We did get to see the helmet, though. Pretty good, though. I mean,
I loved it. It was good because you saw the panic in Obi-Wan's face, because this is not a regular stormtrooper, which we know is people who are not clones. This is a clone trooper who fought with him, so he is familiar with his face, but he's so drunk and stupid on his ass that he can't recognize Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
he's just asking for some credits because he wants to keep drinking. He just off his keister. He's done for. But panic in his face, it kind of like relived that moment of Order 66.
Yeah.
I
So-
think you're right, because
Yeah.
it's just not a clone or stormtrooper.
Mm-mm.
So he's like re-experiencing all, like, wow, like this is what it's come to.
Yeah.
Real quick, I got another super chat. My man, Superhero Displays, $8.99. Appreciate it so much, man. He says, following Clone Wars and Rebels lore, Inquisitors, I was gonna say Inquisitioners. Inquisitors are closer to Vader than anyone, as they're his attack dogs. Also, Tatooine is in the Outer Rim, which is another reason why Luke was hidden there. This is very true, very far away. And again, thank you, my man. The super chat, I do appreciate that. Does definitely help support the channel. Riley said he dropped one in chat, but he's gonna go ahead and drop it again. I don't think I saw it come up in chat. If you guys have Riley reviews, he is going to give away a few codes here this evening. Here's one from Jerry. Thank you, my man. If you guys want to try this code, 9SW7XB6J. Thank you, Jerry. Maybe this one you guys will have some luck with.
Nope.
Again, there is a link in the chat just dropped by Brother Cousins. That's where you go to unlock.
Yep.
So let's try that one. And then Riley Reviews is going to be dropping one any moment now, too. He says, never used.
CT603, yes. That's how I did it.
Yes,
Here's another
give
one.
that a try. Keep that on the screen. Take a screenshot if you guys need this code really quick, because I'm going to bring up another one from Single Songwriter. He says, here's the last one I got. Try it. That one is 0KQ6PS2T, my man. Riley, I didn't see you drop one unless that was from Jerry. As you said, never used, but I didn't see anything above other than Jerry's. So let me know what the case is with that one. But that's awesome. Thanks everybody coming in, dropping codes for everybody, trying to share the love with everybody. That is pretty badass. But yeah, I don't know. So let's talk about it, man. Jay and I talked a little bit about it. Do you feel like she's doing okay, Reva? I mean, we still have 4 more episodes to go, but I almost feel like it was a little disjointed.
Yeah, I mean, in the first episode, I was really feeling it in the first episode. She felt a tad out of place. And that could be for various reasons. That could be from costuming. That could be from just her being inserted in this world. She did feel a little out of place. I think with the writing and where it's going, I think she's a little forced, personally. That's how I'm feeling about it. I feel that I don't know. And it's not, and I'm not saying it to bash the actress. No. She's a great actress. A great actress, that great actor. It's just the fact it comes down to the writing and the positioning and the screenplay and how all these elements work together. It's just certain things that I'm kind of like, I'm not feeling. And now the second episode, I thought she did, but minus the popcorn thing, I thought that was cheesy. I'm sorry. I thought the popcorn thing was cheesy. I thought that was, it did take me back to like early 2000s Celine and Underworld. Completely. I thought that was completely cheesy. We didn't need that. But I guess they wanted to show like, hey, she's special. She's a Jedi. She has, something there. They wanted to show that. Okay, fine. But I think she was better in the second episode. I want to see where they exactly go with her story. And I mean, and that's all we can do at this point. We're only judging it off of 2 episodes. So don't want to be unfair at all. But it does seem that her place in the story is a little forced, and I think that kind of may rub viewers the wrong way, because it hasn't been that long when we were getting characters in the sequel movies that were forced, and it just didn't come off right. But I think we all just have to take a breath and just let this all play out and see where the story goes before we like be hypercritical on it. But do I have some concerns with her role in it? Maybe a little bit. Spoilers are out there. I'm not going to say anything on this show, but spoilers are out there. I'm not. If it goes that way, I don't know how I would feel. But once again, we're judging things on things we haven't seen yet. So let's see it. Let's see it first. Then we can be like, okay, this is why it didn't work, or this is why it did work. I think that's the fairest way we can judge it. Like I said, I think she was better in the first episode. It was kind of like, I'm like, all right, she need to calm down. Come on. But I think all of that is leading up to something. We're gonna find out why she's like that. Why she's so adamant about finding Obi-Wan. We're gonna figure that. We're gonna find it out. And I mean, people have been asking it. Yeah, the little Padawan that we saw in the beginning. Obviously, you know how movies and stories how they work. Obviously, that was her. So we're gonna get more of that story, and we just got to see how it all comes together.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, before we get to Lou, I know Lou, you might have some words here too, but a couple things to address really quick. Again, with super chat, my man Superhero Displays says Ewan's acting is next level. I can feel the PTSD. I agree. I think Ewan McGregor is just rocking it out right now. Just to address real quick a couple of people in the chat. AJ, my man, he says, seriously, everyone sharing codes this weekend is amazing. Absolutely, it's all about the love in the community. Toy Box got another one right here, 2LM9TS3X. Take a screenshot if you guys need to snap this and give this one a try. There's another code that may work for you. Thick Bantha Boy says community love. Absolutely, man, that's what it's all about. Collector number 1, I don't like her acting. It seems off. The character's great, but you can tell she feels out of place, but hopefully she can catch her stride and it gets better. I agree with that.
There you go.
Oiler's Workshop, the character feels like she belongs on a modern movie set on Earth and not in this universe. Jay and I kind of were talking about that. Had a little bit of vibes with that.
Yep.
But go ahead, Lou. You what do you think, my
man? All right. See, no one bashes or hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. Can we all agree on that?
Of course.
I will, but I won't say we got hate.
Not hate, but distaste for certain things in Star Wars. Let me rephrase that, okay? Because I don't want to get the attack dogs on me, okay? We don't want the fan inquisitors after Loco Lou, because I will throw a fart and you guys will die from freaking spice fumes, okay? So anyway, this series is, I want to say, a dip, like a double dip. So they're dipping into the love of the OT characters, the people who love sequel trilogy and OT stuff, and the newbies. So certain things have to stand out for those who just don't understand Star Wars, right? Some people see this as like, I just don't get it, because they haven't sat down and just let it play. Just let it play and it'll speak for itself. Granted, Reva does feel out of place because she is out of place. Even in the Inquisitors, she is out of place. It's stated. You know what I mean? So she's going to stick out like a sore thumb. Not only that, there's a lot of things adding to it. She's an African American. She's a female. She's aggressive. And that's not so much what the Sith do. They're not so much aggressive as they are strategic. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're more strategic. Like, I'm gonna let you fall for a pitfall, but when it comes down for hand to hand, we could go for sword to sword. You know what I mean? Saber to saber. We could go all out. But for her character is strictly pushed because this is a show, not a film. So her development is gonna come, and you're not gonna know too much about her other than her ambition, why she's there, her standing out, and the reason for her being there. She's the opposition. We know her to be the opposition right now.
Right.
Yeah. So she's no different in respect to Vader in, Star Wars.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No different. No different.
Yeah.
That's Vader. That's the bad guy, but that's a cool ass bad guy. This is Reva. She's an Inquisitor, but she's one not to play with. Everyone's not to play with, but she will cut your head off, and everyone's telling her, yo, chill. Mommy, chill. And she's not chilling.
My whole thing is that I really feel like all the other Inquisitors look badass. And that's not to like take away, because it just feels kind of bland, and a couple of almost feels a little out of place with some of the dialogue. Now, again, we got 4 more episodes. Maybe that'll change. But the Grand Inquisitor looked dope. The third brother looked dope. That other girl looked, I mean, they look like Sith, right? They're either painted or they're pale, or they're, you know, they got cool helmets, or like, you know. So for me, it's like, I don't know.
They could have did more with her character design, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of what I'm thinking.
She looks like an Imperial officer rather than a Sith.
Like
There
a
you
Moff
go.
Inquisitor.
Sorta.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
a Moff Gideon.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yes.
even in like, you know, Jedi Fallen Order, the Seventh Sister, she had that cool ass helmet.
And even when
I
she
don't
took the helmet off, she had like the dark under her eyes. Like she looked sickly. Like she didn't look right, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Before we continue, I have another code here from Riley Reviews in the chat right now. Take a snapshot if you need to. Give a try for this code. Brother Cousins put a link in the chat as well. That'll take you right to the exclusives. You got to enter in that code. If you guys are wondering how that works, you can't. It doesn't. It's not like a coupon code. You know, you have to use the code to actually access the purchases. So there it is here. 3QN7JG6R. Go ahead and let us know in the comments if this one works for you. We probably have a couple more to give out tonight, and we will see how this goes for everybody. Thick Bantha Boy says, I could care less that she's a black woman. I am all for that. It's the writing and story. If they go too wild and away from canon with she best keep Anakin's name out your mouth. So, you know,
Well
I totally get that. Oiler's Workshop kind of brings up a good point. She's an Inquisitor. She's an angry ex-Jedi. I think that's the difference. That's kind of the vibes that's coming out.
I like that.
Yeah.
And that's why the story eventually, there's still more to be told. And that could be judged after we see the final, all 6 episodes, right?
Exactly.
I think that could be judged. Well, I think we can, it's not fair to judge the entire series until we see all of it, but I think it is fair to judge, you know, you can review episode by episodes. People review episodes, right? And so far in the first 2 episodes we've seen, which is what we're doing right here, it's like objectively a lot to love. I didn't like her dialogue or her acting objectively last 2 episodes. Period. You know?
Right. That makes, and that's a good point. Neil C is wondering here. He says, question, was Obi-Wan so out of touch that he hadn't heard news of Vader, or did the Empire keep Vader's existence a secret from the public? Seems to me that it would be hard to hide Vader. Well, that is an interesting question, because
It's a big galaxy.
Yeah, but is Vader out there smashing, grabbing, and fucking shit up out there?
I think
you're
so.
absolutely right. It's a big galaxy.
I think so. I think that just some people probably don't even know about the Emperor. They just know it's the Empire, you know, like,
right.
You know, I'm sure that not some people maybe in the biggest places like Coruscant. Yeah, they know the Emperor. They know there's a Vader, but there's a lot of places that don't know the Emperor or Vader. They just know it's an empire, and there's just stormtroopers, and there's this local Moff or local governor or whatever that's oppressing us. You know, that's what I figure.
Yeah, I think you guys are right. And again, you know, we have 4 more episodes. I'm still digging it. See, that's the thing. It's not to like take away. I just feel she's disjointed. And let's obviously be clear here. I mean, you know, none of us are fucking pieces of shit or racist or sexist or anything like that. I mean, clearly, if anybody who knows all of us, it's that, you know, just the acting feels a lot of place. I mean, I mean, fucking Moff Gideon's the shit.
Yep,
absolutely.
An example. I mean, mine's on the way from Hong Kong. You know what I mean? Like,
and Moses Ingram, that's her name, right?
Yes.
Is that her name? Yes. She's a great actor.
Great, yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with her. Like, I just think that, and like I said before, I never place the blame on the actors. Same way, let's go back to the prequels. You know, I'm sorry, like the acting wasn't good from Academy Award-winning actors. Right, and award-winning actors. Like I don't think Hayden's acting was good. I don't think Sam Jackson's acting was good. I don't think Natalie Portman's acting was good. I think the only good actors there were Ewan McGregor and Ian McDiarmid, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't blame those actors. Like I blame ultimately the director. I love George Lucas. Like he gave us Star Wars, right? But the book stops with him. You know, like, hey, you know what, man? Like that scene didn't go too well. Let's do another take.
She looks
right?
badass
Like,
right there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm talking about. Like, and in the end, you're like, I don't know. I agree with what you're saying. Mark Castro says, "What's up, Anthony, Desi, Jay, and Lou? If any of you didn't live stream for 10 years and started again, I bet everyone would be rusty, just like Obi." Good point. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I definitely agree with that. Mad Makes was saying, I think he's just been in the back to tank and laying low healing. That could be it too. Sure. I mean, he's pretty messed up, man. I don't know about 10 years, maybe. Single Swinger says the picture just before. Oh, sorry, Desi.
No, go ahead.
All right, just before we see Flea laying low on the floors, we see the Mark Hamill cameo. All right, I'll double check it again too. You know what I'm saying? An Oilers Workshop. Before I get to you, Desi, he just perfect point says none of us are racist or bigoted. We just know Star Wars. That's all we care about.
Yeah,
100% right. 100% right. But again, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Desi.
No, I was just going to mention that there's a Darth Vader comic book, and I don't know exactly when the events of that series takes place, but he's up and about, like he's doing stuff. You know, the whole, I don't know when it takes place, but the whole scene with him, it's all over the place as a meme, or not a meme, but like where he's surrounded by rebel forces, and they're like, "You're surrounded, Lord Vader," and he's like, "I'm only surrounded by fear and dead men." Like that scene has become iconic. Like, so he's out there.
Oh yeah, that was Charles Soule's Darth Vader run, I think in 2017, where he's like scooping up and they're burning all the lightsabers.
Yeah. So I don't know when maybe that's further in the future. I don't know, but he's out there.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know the date. I did read those. Those are pretty good, man. Those are pretty good.
I love the other brother. The other brother looks like a straight up ninja. He has like the little top hat. He's just missing the mask over his face. He's ready to go, baby. He's ready to go.
Go ahead, Desi.
And the fifth brother, like I didn't think when I first saw him, I was like, that doesn't look like him. But when I saw the show, and like I heard his voice, like I have a minor sound system, and like when he talks, there's bass, like that the other characters don't have. It's like this weird, like it's so cool. Yep. Like, so he sold me. Yeah.
Yep. Real quick. That boy that was looking up at Obi-Wan's bounty and went back to the fake Jedi. Did you guys think that was Kylo? Not Kylo. I'm sorry, Lando.
I was like, yo, dude.
Listen. No, I'm drinking. Excuse me. I've been drinking all night. So like, I've been drinking all night, and it's still early. So I gotta not. You're gonna hear me say, Vader is Luke and Luke is Obi-Wan. You're gonna hear a lot of crisscross. Forgive me, but do you guys get that's Lando? Like it could be Lando, because I thought that could have been a little young Lando chilling on the side, but they never name dropped him. Because remember, he's in the criminal underworld. He got a little style, a little pizzazz, and he knows stuff that a kid his age shouldn't know.
So he's maybe 12, maybe even 13, right?
Blackbird Tech here saying Lando's already an adult at this time.
If Lando's an adult and Leia should be what, super young?
Leia's 10 years old and Luke is 10 years old.
So Han's about 20, 25 around this time, right? So if Han is 20, can Lando be 13? I don't know.
14?
Or 14, maybe even 15.
Could be.
Yeah, I know Lando's a bit older, so I think that might be a stretch, but that would be cool. Yeah. But they didn't really allude to it, but...
Yeah, exactly. It was look like, could that be a little Lando wink? You know what I mean?
Right. But probably not if that's the case. He is a little bit older. That'd have been neat if he was and he was in time, but... Hey, Superhero Displays, my man, 449 super chat. My man, thank you so much. Again, very generous this evening. He says Darth Vader is not Anakin Skywalker to anyone other than close Inquisitors and Palpatine until Reva drops that bombshell to Kenobi. Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute. What do you guys think about that? Because I don't know how I feel with that. Like, how does she know that? Like, is that how Obi-Wan finds out? I mean, he's obviously shocked, and again, his acting was great. right? You can tell he's like, oh fuck, like.
Yeah,
Really?
Ewan McGregor sold that because he really seemed like oh my god, like his heart stopped in that moment. When she dropped that. How I feel about Reva giving that up, they have some explaining to do.
Yes.
they really have to explain that. We have to, like, how does she know this? Like, how, where, like, that's like a hidden secret. Like, how not just anybody knows that. How does she know that? So they have to, and that, well, she knows it. So they have to sell us, the audience, on how she knows that. And that's where it comes. That's where, like, this is week to week. We just have to wait and see. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
It could turn it around. Like maybe in at the end of the 6 episodes, we'll be like, no wonder she seems so out of place. Like that's why. Like
so and this So my brother put this in Eamon Myers. He put this in the chat. He says she's the third sister in line. So this is where I don't know. So the sisters and the brothers of the Inquisitors, they're Vader's like right hand, pretty much. Do they have that information? I mean, since they're the closest to Vader, do they have that information? Would they have that type of information? That Vader is Anakin?
Like, I don't see why Anakin or Vader would even give that information up. He's just there to train him, unless she already knows because she saw some footage or she just knows somehow. Like, why would he even care to, like, he's just there to train him.
I can't see him cracking a beer, during the break. Like,
Well, see,
I was Anakin.
No. Like I said, remember, Sith are not super aggressive if you don't count Darth Maul. They're strategic. It's about chess playing. You put your pawns in the front and you give them certain type of leads. You let them take the fall before you go in for the kill. This is strategic stuff. It's information, and granted, it's sensitive information for us to like know that she knows and she's saying it out loud, but we don't know why she knows. And there's a possibility that in the next episode or the episode after, episode 4, that we may see the reasons why she knows. And if they don't, that's going to be a plot thread, a plot hole that they just left open for us, and we're going to be like, why they didn't explain it.
Right. That makes sense.
Yep. And
We'll
ultimately
Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry,
Disney.
man. Go ahead.
Go ahead, because I got a couple things to say. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, Doc Missile was saying it in the chat. Ultimately, they mentioned that she accessed the Jedi archives. That's how she found out. You're right about Bail Organa, and the Jedi archives. It doesn't have that video of the Emperor saying, "You are now Lord Vader."
Right? Is that going to be stored in the archives? I don't know if that's canon or not. But let me go ahead and just address a couple of quick things here, real quick. Again, a superhero displays, my man, super chat again. He says, I think Reva is deliberately out of place.
Yeah,
possibly.
like I said, deliberate.
Possibly. Yeah. Possibly. And again, my man, with another super chat. Thank you so much, my man. He says, fortunately, most spoilers have already be BS. We'll see, because we saw, at least I did, Jay did, we saw some of the spoilers. We're not going to talk about them right now. But I will say this, I'm going to segue Riley reviews. I'm going to put a link for those in here now who have not seen. We've got 130 people in here right now. I'm going to put a link in the chat right now to Riley reviews. He's working hard trying to get his subs up. He's at 326 subscribers right now. If we can get him to 330 subs, he's got 2 more never used codes. He's currently there, Star Wars Celebration. He's willing to let me drop these in the chat. We just want to get him 4 more subs to get to 330. That'd be really awesome. So give you guys a chance, minute or 2. If you want to click the link in the description right here in the chat, give him a sub. Let's get him to 330. That'd be badass. He's at 327 now, guys. 3 more. We can get him to 330. That would be great. He's putting in a lot of work over there. Him, one half of the Wonder Twins, him and KG. 329. Awesome. 1 more, guys. That's all we need. Well, more the better. More the better. But that would be awesome. We'll go ahead and continue here in just a second. I'm going to have another code from him right now. So thank you so much, my man. Boots on the ground at Star Wars Celebration, getting some tickets. Really cool, man. I'm gonna go ahead. Amon sub, Blackbird Tech subbed. Thank you guys so much. I'm sure Riley appreciates that. We got a couple. I'm gonna drop another code. Let's go ahead and continue on with that, Desi, and I'll go ahead and type in a couple codes here for the chat.
Yeah, no, I think I was just mentioning the whole like, hey, maybe she just saw the Jedi archives, right? That's how she got the information about Bail Organa. So clearly, maybe she saw that he's Vader. You know, like, hey, what's that? Clearly, Vader was Anakin, or Anakin is Vader, so on and so forth. So I think that might be it, but we'll find out. We'll find out. It did shock me, you know, when she mentioned like, hey, Anakin Skywalker. I was like, whoa. It shocked me as much as it shocked Obi-Wan.
Yeah, a little bit, right? So real quick, I'm gonna put the on the chat right now. If you need to take a screenshot, wherever, this code has never been used, so this is 100% guaranteed to work. First come, first serve. I think it works for a couple of times. Let's get this thing going. It's 3XW9SC3L. Maybe Brother Cousins, if you're already on it, brother, my man, he already dropped the link in the channel. Go to Sideshow, go ahead and redeem that code. Get your guys, you know, a Chrome Clone Trooper or a Chrome Black Death Trooper. Free shipping right now. Star Wars Celebration, badass. There's your guys' code. And we got another one, couple more throughout the evening here. Once by the time we're done, we'll drop another couple in the chat for you guys. And yeah, as CT603 has pointed out, you guys want to play, you know, mini games, build up some currency, use some of that. You're already gaining currency here just by watching and participating in the chat, but to play games and all this other stuff, that's all for tier 2 channel members. So if you guys do want to join, boom, that is how that works. That is something for my channel members for showing their support. Again, you guys come and do that. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely helps support the channel, man. So if you guys are into that, come check it out. It's fun. And we do our Zoom meetups. Go ahead, Lou.
I'm gonna segue into your merch store, bro, because you got caps, bags, t-shirts, bathing suits, water cans, and keychains. Like, dude, he said, no, you guys gonna want swag? Here it is.
Oh, that's
all
absolutely
all of it.
That is
And
another
then,
point.
And then this guy over here also has swag. So, you know, Brother Cousins got swag, Mafia got swag. You know what I mean? Like, that's another way to show support. You know what I mean? Go get the swag route, rep your shirts, because I know this month I'm getting a shirt, a couple of shirts, different colors, a water cantina and a keychain, because Mafia already knows. I was like, those are the two things I'm going to get right now automatically off the back this week. So,
oh yeah, brother. I do appreciate that. Yeah, everybody's been showing some support, man. I did put out a lot, as Lou just pointed out, a lot of merch on my store. In fact, if you guys, I put a link in the chat here. If you guys want to check it out, actually, I might be able to just do a quick share screen here. Maybe. Actually, you know what? Jay, can you bring up the store for me? That's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah? If you could, and we'll just share it really quick, and then we'll move on. So you guys can see it, because it's one thing saying it. It's another thing seeing it. Oilers Workshop is wondering 6-scale Mafia bikini. You goddamn right. It's here.
There you go.
I'm already ahead of you.
Mandalorian Huntress.
And yes, Mandalorian Huntress. She
Yeah.
wants that Mafia thong. You know it. You know I got
go.
you. I got you.
Let's
I
go.
got you. I do. You know I do. So I'm gonna give Brother Cousins a second just so I can bring this up to show you guys, because it is pretty cool. It does help support the channel, and if you guys are fans, I already know we got a bunch of people. CT603 as well, man, has he's already rocking a 6-scale Mafia shirt. Real quick Riley reviews though. Thank you so much again, brother. He appreciates everybody subscribing to him and giving out these codes. He says, I'm going back to the booth here. Have a great rest of your night, guys. Great panel here. Hope you guys have grabbed my codes. People have been grabbing them. Definitely appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Riley.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up on the screen real quick, man, so you guys can see it. Jay's in control here. He can show you. You got all sorts of stuff, man. Tales from the Dark Side, Mafia in the Morning, Cisco Mafia. Look at these cups,
Ooh,
dude. That
I need
black
a Mafia in the morning
Mafia
mug.
mug. Yeah,
that
that's
mug
what I'm
is
saying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love my black and white stuff, man. And the thing is this, I'm loving that white mug, bro.
You
The
like
white
that?
mug has, because it has the black in the inside, it has the white on the outside, and then the black logo silhouette, and then you have the black handle, so it has a beautiful balance.
Doesn't
you know
it?
what I mean?
I thought it was
that's
good, man.
man.
Lots of stuff. Water mugs, keychains, shirts, hats, jackets,
Look
hoodies,
at that ass.
bikinis.
Yes.
That hat.
Hold up, you got fitteds too? Oh shit! Or they
That's
don't
good.
snap back.
And some of these are embroidered, so real nice touch. Very cool. There's our bikini. We ready to
Nice.
roll.
Hey.
You know, a lot of cool stuff, man. I put a link in the chat and obviously in the description. Come check it out, man.
Ooh.
Grab some
Ooh.
merch. We got some cool stuff, man. So that's it. I just wanted to show you guys that. We'll go ahead and take that one down just so you guys can see it. It's really cool. A lot of work, a lot of fun stuff, man. So I do
Looks
appreciate everybody who's already been picking some stuff up already. Let's get back to it. Joe Mama, what is going on, my man? He said, just came in. I'm enjoying the show so far. Ewan McGregor is an amazing actor who definitely is carrying the show. That said, Reva is awful. Yeah. Hopefully she gets a little bit better, man. Hopefully she gets a little bit better. Eric, my man, says, need to start buying new shirts and mugs. Well, there you go, my friend. I definitely appreciate it. If you guys buy it right now, too, it even alerts everybody in the stream. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool.
Do it.
And of course, with my bot here, it does show. Join the Facebook group, guys. It's pretty fun. We're 350-ish. We'll get to 400. Come share your pictures, chat, shoot it up. No drama, no bullshit. You know, heavily modded by yours truly. It's fun stuff,
that.
man. Oilers Workshop. Holy crap, you do have a bikini. I fucking told you, bro.
There you go.
I told you, my man. Go get it, man. You know it. You know it.
Get it for the missus. She'll thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, she's okay. We got like 4 more episodes. We'll see if that changes. But I mean, overall, this is a pretty damn good show, man. Wouldn't you got? I mean, what are your consensus so far?
If you want me to give it a rating between, I'm gonna go not the 1 to 10 scale because that's too easy. If you want me to go 1 to 5, I'll give it a solid 4.
Okay.
Solid 4 because there's obvious flaws with it, but the flaws do not detract me from enjoying myself watching it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
enjoyment is what I want from it. You know what I mean? All the other little details and stuff like that, that's just me being a nerd.
Yep.
So
Isn't that what we all are at the end of the
Yeah.
day?
Yeah.
yeah, like a 4.5. You know what I mean? 4.5 stars. That's kind of what I give it.
Okay, 4 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5. All right. Before we get to you, Jay, real quick. Again, Superhero Displays, my man, dude. Super chat. I've loved all the conversations. What about y'all? If you're talking about us tonight or in the show, either way, man, thank you, man. I do appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? It feels like Star Wars to me, single songwriter. And AJ Agrusa says so much fun stuff there. Don't know if you were talking about the merch store. Oh yeah, I even got a goodie jar, right? I got a nice 10-ounce jar. You know, for your medicinal purposes. It's pretty cool, man. And of course,
Nice.
bikini. Yeah, go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I think I give it, a fair. Just basing on these 2 episodes, I give it a high 8, almost a 9. I really enjoyed it. I think it's the most Star Wars show that we've got on Disney Plus so far. I mean, I know a lot of people love The Mandalorian, and I mean, The Mandalorian has proven itself over. It has 2 full seasons that are proven as well. And the better part of Book of Boba Fett, you can almost say 3. But
Book of Mando.
Book of Mando. But yeah, I mean, I really like what I'm seeing. I'm excited. Even when I was watching it, I mean, I watched it like, I think Friday morning, like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I watched both episodes. I was up to like 4 o'clock watching it, and I didn't fall asleep. I didn't nod my head at all. I was engaged the whole time. There is a few. There's flaws, but there's flaws in everything. I mean, even the prequels. Come on now. You know,
Jar Jar.
10, 15,
Jar Jar.
Years, 15 years ago, the prequels. Oh my God. You know. So, but
Jar
now they're
Jar.
beloved. So, I mean, I think we're going. I think it's off. I would say I think it's off to a good start. Definitely off to a good start. There is something I'm there. I mean, with the Reva character, I am kind of like watching. I'm just watching and reserving to see where we go with this. But like I said, I think it's not fair to make any judgments right now, still so early. But if we wanted to judge off of just the 2 episodes, we could say, yeah, her portion was kind of a weak part of it. It's weird because it's weak, but then it's strong, and it's like I want to like it, but then it's like, but yeah. So it's kind of, that's the only thing that's a little disjarring. But everything else is great. I think just the fact that we have Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan back, and I mean he is Obi-Wan. Like, I mean he's killing
playing it to the T, man.
To the T. I wouldn't be surprised if he's up for an Emmy or something like that.
Oh, he has to be for the first 2 episodes at least. Like, come on.
Yeah. He's doing good.
Doing great. Before I get to you, Desi, I just want to say Neil C's asking, or saying Reva has to be on her own now, right? Having attacked the Grand Inquisitor has to have made her a target.
Yes.
Nobody saw her do it though, right?
Oh,
it's just a lightsaber wound. Like she
Right,
could be
dude,
like,
like,
it was Obi-Wan.
That control port or wherever.
Yeah.
It's a good point. Oh, that is a good point on both. But go ahead, Dizzy. What's your overall so far? I mean,
so I like to use a 5-point scale, you know, for whatever. I would go with a high 3 out of 5, and to me that's good. You know, you think about 4s and 5 scores on that scale, and that's reserved for things like Empire, Rogue One. On TV shows, you know, going completely out of there, a 4 or 5 is, for me, it's reserved like something for like X-Files or the best episodes of Star Trek, you know, like good stuff. This isn't there yet for me, right? This is really good. I was really excited to watch it. I'm excited to watch the remaining episodes, and a high 3 is really good for me, right? I'm hoping it gets to a 4 or even a 5, right? So I'm excited to watch it. I had a lot of fun with it. The Leia scenes were great, so looking forward to more.
definitely enjoying the Leia scenes as well. Mom Myers, he says that Reva's like a bad girlfriend that won't let go. Yeah,
It's not you, it's me.
Right? Exactly. Joe Mama says Reva with the Force parkour was hilariously bad. Yeah. I think so too. At the same time, Doc Smizzle, my dude, he says the Grand Inquisitor about to come back and hunt her down. I mean, maybe. I mean, as they say in the sequels, no one's ever really gone.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows? And I haven't watched Rebels, but I'm sure that kind of pissed off some people, right? Some continuity issues. And,
that's the only thing one of the few things I'm a little weird on. I'm like, all right, so wait a minute. I'm like that meme of the woman do it with the math equations. I'm like, wait, Rebels is in the future. So clearly he's not dead, right? Like they're not gonna retcon a character that they brought in from the cartoon. Like they could have made this character any other character, so they bring him in from a future cartoon just to kill him off. Like, no.
Yeah, a little weird, right? Because they're so adamant, right, about saying, "Hey, Clone Wars, Rebels, this is canon."
Yeah.
Well, that's not the first time they tried to do that. Because remember what happened with Cad Bane?
True.
Well, we'll see. I don't think any of these people are gone. I really don't.
Me neither. But it's implied right now. There's no after. We have to wait for next episode to see after.
But that's always a problem with damn Star Wars. They got to stop almost killing people and just then going back and retconning and they got to stop that shit.
Yeah, right.
Almost killing people.
Darth Maul did not lose his legs. He was cut in half.
Yeah, he was. He absolutely was.
That must have been some alien species thing because no human can survive that. Like you lost all your organs and
wrong. Some people actually survive with the lower half of their body.
How long?
How long?
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan.
Fall that.
I mean,
how long?
But I don't. You're right. But still, he kind of fell and like
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, but I get it. Maul was so cool. Lucas, that was one of his regrets. It works out at the end, and we got a lot of badass story from him. So, but again, superhero displays. My dude, thank you again so much, man. 449 super chat says, to me, things are if things are explained with Reva, then this could be peak Star Wars. I agree with Brother Cousins. It has to be explored and explained.
No,
you're absolutely right, man. Thank you so much again for that super chat. It does, and we still have 4 more episodes, right? I still think it's really good. It's just we'll see what happens. I suspect she's not going to make it through this show, because it's kind of like that Rogue One treatment, where, well, unless am I mistaken? Is she in Rebels? I don't think she was in Clone Wars.
No,
she's in Rebels.
This is predestined. This is predestiny, but you get to fill out a story and you get to see a story untold. You already know what's supposed to happen, but you get to see it happen in fruition. So it's like you know it, but you don't know how it's going to happen. And how it's going to happen is what surprises people versus you knowing that it's going to happen.
Right. I see what you're saying. AJ, man, Qui-Gon is seriously the only one to just flat out die. It sucks, man. I know.
Well,
I mean, eventually they go,
You think we're gonna see him? You think we're gonna get him as a Force ghost?
Bro, yeah. I was chilling with Huntress, man. We were watching that show, and he was like, "Oh, Qui-Gon," and I was like, "Yo, he better if he pops up like right now."
Oh my god, bro.
I'd have been like, "Cool." Like, I don't know if they want to do that in the first like 10 minutes of a new episode, but I was like, "Why not?"
Right.
Just show him like immediately, like, "Yo, what's up?"
Nah, because he's too busy filming Takens.
Ah, bullshit. He's already said he's like, "Yo,
he was
anytime,
in Clone Wars.
Anytime they want to bring me back, you know what I mean." He was
I
down
was
to
joking.
reprise his role.
I was joking.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I love Qui-Gon. The fact that they finally announced, for Galaxy's Edge, his lightsaber.
Oh man,
I'm gonna get that one. I like him.
Yeah.
I loved Qui-Gon, man. He's, I wouldn't say he's like a gray Jedi, but he, in a sense, kind of right. He played in that gray area, bro, where like he didn't really go about like how the Council was. Council was always kind of snooty, by the book, kind of stuffy, noses raised sort of thing, and Qui-Gon kind of did his own thing, which in a way I don't know if his training on Obi-Wan rubbed, it could all been Qui-Gon's fault for all we fucking know. If he, didn't train him right, he couldn't save Anakin. No, I don't know. I'm just saying, and he was Dooku's apprentice. So, there's that. Because you guys got to remember, there's Yoda. Dooku was Yoda's apprentice. Qui-Gon was Dooku's apprentice. You see what I'm? So it goes down that list. But I just really like Qui-Gon, man. So I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, I think Qui-Gon was more about balance within the Force versus just having, the good side of the Force and dark side of the Force. You know what I mean? He's about
Revenge
balance.
of the Sith, what's up, man?
You know what I mean?
Well, and here's the thing. There was a lot of books back in the day that they've decided to just now brand Legends. But once Disney rebooted the book series, you have the book Master and Apprentice, which is by Claudia Gray. She's just a badass author. I love all her Star Wars books. But that book is really cool because it's Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and this other guy, I forgot his name.
Red shirt?
No. He's a cool, very unique Jedi who's kind of like lackadaisical, doesn't give a fuck. He's totally not about that life. He's all drinking and running this area. He's like a bodyguard for this princess girl, kind of like this 10-year-old Leia, something like that. She's like a kid. I forgot his name, but the book is dope. And like Obi-Wan is like 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. So but it was really cool, man. The book's great. I don't know if you guys are into reading or listening to the audiobooks, but all that the book was badass, and that's canon. So I don't know. I just always liked him. Jason's Trek said that the show is called Tales of the Jedi. Oh yeah, that was just announced today too at Celebration, right? Each episode is a different story exploring a different Jedi. So that'll be really cool. That's going to be like an anthology series.
Awesome.
I don't know if that's animated. Yeah, but is it an animated show or what? Because that would be, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the first. Well, as a matter of fact, I enjoyed most of Visions. Visions was tight for the most
I didn't even
part.
watch it,
Dude.
Yeah.
but I just been busy.
It's not connective tissue. It's just artist interpretations. So
Okay.
like the whole samurai shtick with the outfit, the look, the blade, it just gives me this vibes, the movie realization vibes. I was like, oh dude, I'm all for this. This looks fire, bro. I love it. But I don't want to stray too far into it. If you haven't seen Visions, watch it. You'll enjoy some of it, if not all of it, depending on your taste. This is all about a matter of taste. So
Well, I'll check it out. Is similar to like the Animatrix, where they did those different animated, anthologies of the Matrix. I don't know if you guys have seen those. That was
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Basically.
That was badass back in the
Okay.
day.
cool. Let me ask you something real quick before we wrap, because I know we're a couple hours in already. We can talk about this shit all night. It's so cool though, man. I'm glad everybody was in the chat here. Just deep dive in these 2 episodes. I think maybe we'll go. We'll cover the other 4 as well. Just not sure
Absolutely.
when, but might as well, because this show's great, man. Before we go, we're gonna. I'm not in yet, but we're gonna wrap here in probably about 15-20 minutes. But CT603 says, "How far have you gone in Clone Wars? Opinions so far? I have watched seasons 1 through 5. I'm on the very, very end of 5. There's like a 3 or 2-part episode with Ahsoka right at the end of season 5. I didn't watch that yet. I just finished the whole stuff with Bo-Katan and the Death Watch and Darth Maul. That's all I'll say. And with Obi-Wan, I guess it's not spoiler because but whatever. That's where I'm at. If you know the show, that's where I'm at. So about to finish season 5. I want to ask you guys about this whole Vader thing, but before I do, I have one more code. Yeah, you guys are troopers. We still got 100 in the chat right now. If you guys still need a code for getting your exclusive Storm, so Clone Trooper, the Chrome Clone Trooper, or the Death Trooper, right? Apologies, guys. I'm trying to type this code in the chat right now. Got one last code. I'm gonna put it up on the screen for you guys for just a minute or two. Take a screenshot if you need it, or copy and paste it. And there's gonna be you got to go to Sideshow's exclusive link to go ahead and enter that in to unlock your stuff. Brother Cousins put a link in the chat right here for you guys. Go there, enter this code in 3SR1PR7V. And get your guys exclusive Star Wars Celebration Hot Toys, free shipping from now until Sunday, right? Tomorrow's the last day.
Yep.
So very cool, man. Very, very good. Joe Mama says, thanks, guys. Looking forward to your take on the next 4 episodes. Oh yeah, we definitely will. We'll talk about them. But what I want to talk about is what the hell? I just opened a thing. The convention exclusives. What I want to talk about is this whole thing at the end. Was this just like a dramatic? Do you think this was like just a scene where she's like, "Oh yeah, you didn't know, right? Anakin's alive." You know what I'm saying? And then he's just like, "Anakin" or whatever, and then we see Vader first time, right? That's Hayden Christensen. He was in the credits right there. It said and him.
Yep.
That's the first time we see him there. Do you feel like, that's what I'm wondering, was it just a dramatic cut scene to Vader, or do you feel like he was like, oh shit, and that emotion was strong and Vader reacted to it while he was in the tank?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yep. I think Vader reacted to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how I interpreted it.
He kind of sensed him. That's what it is. He senses him, and now he actually senses him. You know what I mean? It's like, how when you sense a person's presence and they're around you, you know what I mean, and then they're actually around you. It's like almost like it's not even night and day. It's like it's there and they're there. So it's both. So it's good storytelling with just a small moment.
It makes me wonder, right? And that's the other thing. It leaves you hanging, which is something Boba Fett did not do. And I'm not comparing it. I'm just saying, like, I'm like, oh shit, like, damn, I got to see what happens next, right?
Exactly.
I got to see what happens next. Just like Joe Mama said. Said, yeah, I'm alive, son of a bitch. So, that is pretty interesting. Promox says he's heard that Grand Inquisitor species has 2 stomachs.
Really?
Yeah,
That was it looked above the chest. It looked like it was right up above the stomach into the chest.
It was right in the center. Does he also have 2 spinal cords?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really interesting. So I don't know. He's probably alive. Who knows? There was a point I was going to make about Reva too, right before we wrapped up, man, about that. And I remember it. So here's the thing. I suspect that she was in the first scene, for the very first frame there of the show. You have, I don't know what you're showing us, Lou.
Oh no! I'm officially collecting Star Wars figures from Hot Toys because I got two of them on pre-order.
Well, you better get rid of all that NECA stuff and all that Marvel stuff.
There's nothing to get rid of. There's nothing to get rid of. See, a collector don't get rid of shit. They just make.
Oh, you do when they drop 5,000 clones.
No. I got the shinies. Man. I'm gonna pick one. Unless I have to get 2, and then that's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah,
you can't get just one trooper.
No, and that's the type of shit we talk about on Saturday nights anyway. But it's special, it's celebration, it's Obi-Wan is dope. So I figured we talk about this, but that's what I was saying. My final point with her is that in the beginning, that's her. She's a youngling there. We know that they're turned Jedi, right? For whatever reasons, the Inquisitors and whatnots. But my only question is, does it make sense that, and this is my line of thinking, the reason she has so much hatred towards Obi-Wan is because of what Anakin did, right, to all the younglings, and that trauma of her having to flee, and her Jedi teachers and other, youngling students all got slaughtered. That's a traumatic kind of thing, right? So I'm thinking, is she like, you know what? I hate Obi-Wan because he failed Anakin, right? But then she knows that Anakin is Vader. So then I'm just kind of like, so you hate this guy so much that you join the very guy who caused you the trauma, which is not unheard of. I mean, there's abusive relationships. There's all sorts of shit in life, all sorts of fucked up situations. But is that too much of a stretch? Do you think that's where they're going with that? And that's her reason for hating him?
That's a possibility. She could find him. She probably finds him guilty of not being able to defend the rest of the the Jedi, or even in the situation itself against the Order 66. You know what I mean? Like, he's a great Jedi. Everyone knows him to be a great Jedi, and he's a knight, and for him to fail miserably, not only losing his Padawan, his partner, his brother, he loses the fight entirely. Like, all the Jedi lose, and he's still alive, and he didn't stay to fight. He fled just like Yoda fled. So she may see that as that was cowardice. And I'm going to show you what it means to have some courage and take it in a negative standpoint. That's why maybe she's so aggressive.
I was going to say, maybe that's why she's that aggressive.
Yeah, that's a possibility. And, there's people who have that negative reinforcement just because they put the blame on one singular individual when it's more than just one person's fault. It's like, it's a bigger thing. It's a real bigger thing when really, your oppressors is who you're working for, and they're the ones who got you in the situation that you're in the first place. And instead of taking the saber to their throats, you're going after someone you just point the blame at because you felt that they shouldn't defend you.
Right. I see what you're saying.
And she's also fueled by hate. You can just see that. You can really see that.
Oh yeah. Star Wars Universe real quick says, I don't see how Obi-Wan failed Anakin. If anything, Anakin failed Obi-Wan, Padme, and all the Jedi. Well, sure, but I think, as Yoda would say, that hatred blinds you.
I disagree
Mhm.
with that. I think Obi-Wan did fail Anakin. That's why Obi-Wan's one of my favorite characters. You know what I mean? Like I felt there was a lot of instances in Revenge of the Sith where he could have been like, whoa, all right, let's cut it, let's stop, let's not fight, especially at the end where it's like, oh, only the Sith deals in absolute. No, so do the Jedi, dude. Like, come on. You know, that's why we're here. So like he should have been like, I'm not fighting you, dude. Let's sit down and relax. And I think he could have talked it into it, or even taken his side and be like, look, man, you're my brother. I'm with you, but we got to talk this stuff over. Like,
You don't think he was too far gone at that point?
no, I don't think so. I think if anybody could have brought him back, it was Obi-Wan. Not brought him back, but been like, I need you to tell me what the is going on. Like,
Yeah.
what is going on? Like, imagine him as your brother, or as your kid. Like, you wouldn't be. I mean, you wouldn't be like, all right, let's fight to the death over lava.
Right.
It'd
Well,
be like,
right.
no, we gotta. I'm with
Yeah.
you, man. Like, whatever it is, let's talk.
So
it over.
So he was following the Jedi order to a fault.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
how he
Yes.
lost.
He
Anakin.
chose this
Yeah.
brotherhood over like his actual brother or his son, for
Yes.
that matter.
Yeah,
That is
Yeah.
true.
that's
Yeah.
that's deep.
Single
Yeah.
Songwriter says maybe she's hunting Kenobi because he caused all the suffering when he failed with Anakin. That's kind of that was the vibe I was feeling. She's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
fuck you because you couldn't protect us. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And
Yeah.
you failed. That's kind of where I'm maybe going with that. Maybe. Neil C says Reva has a story very similar to Saz Ventress, Jedi youngling who falls to the dark side. Yeah, it is kind of similar. Trexler also says, Obi says, I failed you, Anakin. True, but counterpoint, Joe Mama, that he killed younglings, bro. So
Oh yeah, no,
hard to come back from that, right?
yeah. He can't be redeemed per se. I don't think Vader was redeemed, right? Like I don't. At the end of episode
I
6,
think at the end of Return of the Jedi, I think Luke was able to, I know
Anakin
there's
back.
good
He got
good
Anakin
in you.
He brought
and-
balance.
Yes.
No, according to the prophecy, he brought balance back to the Force. He did what he was supposed to do, and
Right.
it was through his son. His son got him. His son reeled him back.
yeah, he couldn't be forgiven for all
Yeah.
the atrocities he's committed. Like
Exactly.
I don't think that's considered redeemed, but he did switch sides. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that Anakin was just like enraged, and I think that's in episode 3, and that's Obi-Wan's personality is kind of to be aggressive, be a dick. Like sometimes that's why I like him.
And when you break it down, I mean, yeah, he comes off the ship, and he got the lightsaber all swinging, hands on a hip,
Yeah,
and
like-
and he's there with his wife. You're like, what? Oh,
Right.
now? Come on.
Then why isn't he hunting Yoda? She's hunting Yoda. I don't know. I think because the story's about Obi-Wan, and they had to kind of like. I get it. Like I don't have a problem with her. I just think that the acting, the directing of her character needs to improve. I think, but like I get why there's another character because how they're writing the story. Like he doesn't know. Like here's Anakin way over here, or Vader, and here's Obi-Wan way over here, and we have to somehow
Bridge the gap.
bridge that somehow. And it's interesting, and I thought it was great the fact that that's how they used the Organas, right, and to introduce us to young Leia. Pretty cool. Like we didn't see any of that coming. That wasn't in any of the trailers, nothing that so there may be more surprises too. Right, maybe we will get a Qui-Gon ghost scene,
Yeah, possibly.
even if it's just like a 2-minute cameo, just talking to him.
I think we're going to get to that. I really think.
Yo,
we're
or-
you
or
can't
even a
have
voice
Star Wars
actor.
without blue glowies.
Yeah, that's another thing. We gotta have blue glowies. But like I was saying before, man, this is showing the plot threads that connect the connective tissue to Star Wars as we know and love it. Remember, it's both an introduction for those who are not fans of Star Wars to get into Star Wars and a love letter to the fans. Granted, Boba Fett's a different cup of tea. So far, the first 2 episodes have been actually good and have me wanting. And I know a lot of people here on the panel and people in the chat feel the same way. And when it comes to the whole Yoda situation, Yoda's not on Vader's radar because it's not personal with Yoda. It's personal with Obi-Wan. That's his brother. This is the person who trained him to be a Jedi. This is the one that took him over, under his wing because Qui-Gon told him to train the boy. He became his brother, his father, his he was the understudy to, like there's personal. It's personal. And we see that, and that's why the chase is for Obi-Wan, because it's a personal vendetta versus let's get Yoda. Yoda is he suppressed himself. He's one of the few characters that separated himself from his dark side counterpart to his light side counterpart. If you follow Clone Wars, right?
Yeah,
so,
I agree with that. It is definitely personal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, because especially once Clone Wars came out and you have 7 seasons of character development, on both parties, there's, and we already kind of, they allude to that anyway, within the prequel movies, but it gets that much more enriched right over the years in the animated show. So I kind of get that. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. It is much more personal. We'll see, my man. I'm right there with you. Let me get that Force Ghost Qui-Gon Hot Toys. Wouldn't that be something if that's how they reissue them? Just make like a blue glowy kind of. Yeah. Well, wouldn't you guys buy them? I don't know. I'd probably get them. I would get them. I'd get them. I'd get a Ghost Qui-Gon.
I'm about to say.
No, that shit would be great, man. Carlito, my man, what is going on, dude? He says the show is overall good so far. Reva seems shoehorned. Yeah. Hopefully her character makes more sense once they give us more on her backstory. Agreed. I think we're all in agreement to that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't think that it's not fair yet to judge fully until the show is over. But first impressions, last a lifetime, right? So we're going to see what happens when the whole show's over, and then we can totally, break it down as it is, right?
Exactly.
Be like, okay. That's just like anything, because I really do. This is like a movie, bro. So, you have, again, the first 2 episodes are, Act 1. So the meat and potatoes should be episode 3 and 4. Mm-hmm. And then the final climax is episode 5 and 6 in the aftermath, the climax and the aftermath, which we all know is, A New Hope followed by, the original trilogy. So I don't know, guys. I guess we're going to have to see. Again, we can talk all night about this stuff, but we'll probably go ahead and wrap, man. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight and chilling with us. We actually had a lot more people than I anticipated. I didn't think, I thought maybe 30 people may show up because we're spoiling the shit out of the show. But I had a feeling. I was like, everybody's got to be watching this shit, bro. This was been the most anticipated Star Wars show since the announcement, like 3-4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And it's finally here, and it's celebration. It's Star Wars weekend. The hype is real. And those maybe who are watching it now on the replay, Sunday or Monday, we all appreciate you tuning in, man, and checking it out. Let's just talk a little bit about what's going on with you guys, man, before we dip, man. Jesse, again, thanks for coming and having this discussion, man. I know link is in the description below for Metamorphic Customs. Desi, you want to tell us what's going on with you right now, my man?
Yeah, no, thank you for inviting me, man. This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys in the chat, on the panel. I love talking about this stuff, so thank you so much. Can't say that enough. On my channel, yesterday I dropped how to create a 1/6 scale CCFL lightsaber for your Hot Toys. Check it out. It's the same process for any scale, really, lightsaber, if you just source the right size CCFL tube. So, it takes a lot of tools, a lot of materials. It's a little tedious, but step-by-step process. Go check it out on my channel. Let me know what you think, and hopefully it comes in handy. And don't forget to subscribe to everybody here if you haven't already.
Facts, man. Definitely go check out Desi. He's doing a bunch of cool stuff. Dioramas, like you said, with the CCFLs. It's cool shit, man. I love what you're doing. It's just educational too. It's really fun if you guys are into, doing all that cool stuff, man. Not many people are out there doing what you're doing, man. So I would definitely go and take a look at his channel if you have not already. Definitely, man. Local Lou, pleasure to have you here, man. Talking some Obi-Wan. Pretty cool, man. Of course, man. What's going on with you, my
Man,
friend.
it's not often I get to talk about Star Wars. You know, everyone knows me to be a Marvel and a Turtle guy. You know what I mean? With my partner over here, brother Cousins,
Yeah.
for Saturdays. So, I'll be doing a review on my Hawkeye Deluxe Ronin figure, and it's more of an overview. I'm gonna do quick overviews for the time being because I'm trying to balance out work schedules since this is a new type of schedule for me, and it really wipes me out. So you won't see me on late night streams like this one over here. This is my official last weekend until I get something, lined up in the next couple of years for a weekend off, because my weekends will be Wednesdays and Thursdays. So you might see me on a light night stream if there's one on Wednesdays and Thursdays. But other than that, morning streams. I got the Iron Spider coming in later this week, so I'll be doing a review on that. And let's not forget about, what was it, Tuesday Grails with Brother Cousins?
Good morning, Grail. Yeah, we gonna talk about that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's what's happening with me thus far. Plus there's Collector's Lounge with Leia. You always catch me there, or Take Your Position, because that happens before work, so I get to pop on there. Geeking Out, you always catch me there on Wednesdays. Maz's channel, you catch me on there for photography talk on Tuesdays. S-Beam, you catch me on his stream around 5:30 for Mondays. So I'm peppered in everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm like a little bit of adobo sazon. You gotta have me a little bit everywhere.
You're all over there. You're just doing around.
You know what I mean? Like Float Bay. You know what I mean? I'm everywhere.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, definitely hit up Local Lou too as well if you guys haven't. Now or check him out at Geeking Out or on Lails, as you mentioned. Before I get to Brother Cousins, though, I just want to say from Thick Bantha Boy, he said, I just got my Mark 85 delivered. Had 10% off sticker on the box like they did a few years back. That is absolutely true. Mario El Professoro had also received his Anakin with Stab today.
Mm-hmm.
And he too has a 10% off sticker on the box. So I think they're just giving those out right now to things that are shipping, probably in honor of Celebration. It's all Star Wars Mania. So keep that in mind. If you guys are getting any new packages from Sideshow, you might get a 10% off coupon. And Carlito said, sad I missed Half Shell Saturdays this morning. Judy called with the family. I'll catch it on the replay.
It's just on the replay. You know how it goes.
So, as always, my friend. And again, last but not least, Brother Cousins, my dude.
Hey, man, once again, thank you so much for having me. This was great. I mean, oh man, I was waiting. I was really waiting for this stream because I just really wanted to talk about the episode. So yeah, this was great. Thank you for having me. Wow, what I got going on? I'm actually in the process right now of editing Jango Fett, review for Jango Fett, and a review for Moff Gideon. Those are going to be awesome. So those are going to be on the channel tomorrow, I believe. So tomorrow evening, check those out. Those will be dropping. Also, as Local Lou just alluded to, we got Half Show Saturdays. Definitely. We won't be doing it next week. Catch us 2 weeks from now. Next week, I'm going to be at Awesome Con here in Washington, D.C. So I'm going to be streaming that. Actually going to be meeting Giancarlo Esposito and having him sign the Moff Gideon figure. So that's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. I'm going to be meeting up with some local YouTubers there as well. Collecting Madness and Hot Toys Hotline. So I'll definitely be there. And we got Good Morning Grails next week, and of course got to name my own show, Best of the Best. Also got merch and stuff too. So we got the merch. We got merch. So.
Come check out, get some of his merch.
Yeah.
Blackbird Tech dude says 2 Chucky dolls. Wow.
Yeah, I'm crazy like that. One's my wife, believe it or not. So
holy
that's
shit,
cool,
guys. We just did a boss fight, and I can't believe it. That's pretty damn cool. I think Local we lost. We just did a boss fight. Right there, combatants have stepped into the arena where they'll be able to defeat Darth Vader. Wow. And they did. We did. Look at that, man. We did it. Dude, I got him stacked, bro. How many people joined in on that, man? Carlito, myself, Mandalorian Huntress. It's badass. The dust finally settled. Only the following people emerged. So we got some loot. That's awesome. That's cool, man. I got Vader stacked, bro. Like he got a little I'm adding more bosses to fight. So I was like, that's pretty cool, man. That is definitely cool, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. Brother Cousins, man. His link's in the description below too. I'm sure if you guys already haven't, but go ahead, man. Subscribe to Desi, subscribe to Brother Cousins. Now subscribe to Local Lou whenever he may be gone now, but either way, man, everybody's links in the description below. Always fun to talk Star Wars. Thanks for the chat, boys. Yeah, definitely appreciate everybody coming on in, and glad everybody got a lot of codes. That's cool. Everybody got an opportunity. Shout out to Riley Reviews, single songwriter, anybody else who had, dropped in some codes, man. I'm glad you guys were able to secure that. And again, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think, Sideshow's going to put these back out, man. And,
of course.
Yeah. But for right now, you're getting that opportunity. So JB Collection, what is going on with you? I haven't seen you all night, but,
did you lose power?
I'm sorry. Oh yeah. He said his laptop died.
Oh,
so yeah, you got to have that thing plugged in, bro. No, it's all good. It's okay. I mean, Brother Cousin's camera died, so
yeah,
things happen. So great stream, CT603. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in, man. It's been a fun night. We'll probably wrap, and we'll do the other ones, man. We'll do the other episodes, I'm sure. I don't know if I'll do them on Saturday nights or if we'll just do it for a separate occasion. Tomorrow, for my channel members, by the way, I think I'm going to put in, if you're tier 2 channel member above, I'm going to do a Zoom meetup tomorrow night. It's the end of the month. I usually do monthly Zoom meetups where we just hang out, talk shop, talk figures, just chill, maybe post some figures, whatever. We just hang out for a couple hours, man. It's pretty fun. So come check that out, man. It's pretty badass. I think so. My channel members think so. Come check it out. Other than that, I think we're done for this evening. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next stream. You guys have a great Memorial Day weekend. We'll see you next time. Peace out.